Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time that you please turn your attention to the field where we will begin our baseball senior day ceremony. First, we would like to take the time to honor the visiting seniors from Grambling State. Congratulations on your career. Every year, Bethune-Cookman University is proud to have student athletes who represent the school well through their hard work both on the field and in the classroom. This afternoon, we would like to call to attention the members of the baseball team who are representing for the Wildcats for the final time. Bethune-Cookman is privileged to have 18 seniors who will finish their Wildcat careers this season. They have contributed to the history and tradition of the Wildcats during their time at BCU, and we would like to honor their hard work and dedication at this time. Number 31, Tanner Bocabello. Bocabello is a right-handed pitcher out of Tampa, Florida. He has played 3 seasons for the Wildcats, being an all-SWAC first team in 2024. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 31, Tanner Bocabello. Number 1, Gerald Lee. Lee is an outfielder from Troy, Alabama. He has spent 2 seasons with BCU and was named All-SWAC second team during his junior season. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Gerald Lee. Number 6, Pablo Torres. Torres is a right-handed pitcher from Orlando, Florida. During his 4 seasons with the Wildcats, he was named All-SWAC first team twice and won SWAC Reliever of the Year in 2024. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, Pablo Torres. Number 7, Christopher Watson. Watson is an outfielder from Richland, Mississippi. During his 2 seasons with the Maroon and Gold, he had 4 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs, and has collected 26 RBI. He is majoring in business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Christopher Watson. Number 8, Frank Perez. Perez is a left-handed pitcher from Pembroke Pines, Florida. He has played 2 seasons for BCU, collecting 4 strikeouts in 7 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Frank Perez.
What major is that? What is that? Right. And it's a major to say, I know my age of major.
Number 13, Jesus Vanegas. Vanegas is an infielder from Weston, Florida. He has spent 2 seasons with the Maroon and Gold and was named All-SWAC First Team in 2025. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Jesus Vanegas. Number 14, Armani Newton. Newton has played outfield and first base out of Fort Pierce, Florida. During 2 seasons with BCU, he has hit 10 doubles, 2 triples, 9 home runs, and drove in 24. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Armani Newton. Number 17, Edwin Sanchez. Sanchez is a left-handed pitcher out of Guayama, Puerto Rico. He pitched 2 seasons for the Wildcats, being named All-SWAC Second Team following his junior season. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Edwin Sanchez. Number 19, Sergio Rivera. Rivera is an outfielder from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. He spent 3 seasons with the Maroon and Gold and was twice named to the preseason All-SWAC Second Team. He is majoring in business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, number 19, Sergio Rivera. Number 21, Logan Wirt. Wirt is a right-handed pitcher out of Orlando, Florida. He pitched 2 seasons for Bethune-Cookman, recording 21 strikeouts in 21 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Number 21, Logan Wirt. Number 29, Eric Almonte. Almonte is an infielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. During his 1 season with the Wildcats, he hit 14 doubles, 3 homers, and drove in 42 runs. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 29, Eric Almonte. Number 33, Jorge Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a catcher and first baseman from Ponce, Puerto Rico. He spent 3 seasons with Bethune-Cookman and hit 31 doubles with 1 triple, 18 homers, and 96 RBI. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Jorge Rodriguez. Number 36, Andre Martinez. Martinez is an infielder and outfielder from Barranquilla, Colombia. He played 2 seasons for the Wildcats and was named All-SWAC First Team and SWAC Co-Hitter of the Year in 2025, as well as hitting the walk-off home run in the 2025 SWAC title game. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 36, Andre Martinez.
Who's that right there? Why make his ears right there? Well, who's the president?
Number 37, Giancarlo Zambrano. Zambrano is a right-handed pitcher from Caracas, Venezuela. He spent 2 seasons with the Maroon and Gold and was named SWAC Relief Pitcher of the Year in 2025. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 37, Giancarlo Zambrano. Number 38, Gabriel Moorer. Moorer is a left-handed pitcher from Jacksonville, Florida. During his lone season with VCU, he's recorded 7 strikeouts in 5 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 38, Gabriel Moorer. Number 39, Julian Carrasquilla. Carrasquilla is a right-handed pitcher from Miami. He pitched 2 seasons for the Wildcats with 35 strikeouts in 27 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 39, Julian Carrasquilla. Number 40, Anthony Anselmo. Anselmo is a right-handed pitcher from Spring Hill, Florida. During his 1 season with the Wildcats, he finished with 23 strikeouts in 14 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 40, Anthony Anselmo. Number 43, Dawson Turner. Turner is a left-handed pitcher from St. Cloud, Florida. In his 1 season for VCU, he recorded 12 strikeouts in 11 appearances. He is majoring in interdisciplinary studies. Ladies and gentlemen, number 43, Dawson Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, please give one more round of applause for our 2026 Bethune-Cookman Baseball Seniors.
A note before we begin, the concessions will not be open today. We appreciate your patience while we continue our renovations. And here are today's starting lineups for Grambling. Leading off for the Tigers, the right fielder, number 1, Montavious Thomas. In center field, number 42, Trey Bridges. The first baseman, number 18, Aiden Lopez. The left fielder, number 8, Cameron Carroll. The designated hitter today, number 2, Hassani Johnson. Third baseman, number 0, Charles Ash III. Second baseman, number 7, Shannon Martin. Catching, number 28, Chris Marcellus. And the shortstop for this evening's game, number 6, Ryan Davis. Today on the mound for Grambling is number 23, the right-handed pitcher, Peyton Allen. Grambling is coached today by Davin Pierre and assistant coaches Perez Knowles, Shamar Page, and Jaffer Parker. And now for your Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Leading off for the Wildcats is the left fielder, number 1, Darryl Lee. The third baseman, number 36, Andre Martinez. In right field is number 5, Michael Rodriguez. Batting fourth is the catcher, number 10, Michael Lucena. The first baseman, number 44, Jose Fernandez. The shortstop, number 29, Eric Almonte. The second baseman, number 2, Jeter Polledo. The designated hitter, number 7, Christopher Watson. And rounding out the lineup tonight for the Wildcats is the center fielder, number 19, Sergio Rivera. And pitching this afternoon, number 31, the right-handed pitcher, Tana Bocabella. Bethune-Cookman is coached by Jonathan Hernandez and assistant coaches Joel Sanchez, Derek Takaya, and Hunter Allen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
It all comes down to this. Live from historic Jackie Robinson Ballpark in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time for the final game of the regular season for Bethune-Cookman University baseball here on the CatEye Radio Network. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Tubillo. Daryl Natil joins me from behind home plate here at the Jack as the Wildcats. Mission today is simple. 1 win, and you are the #1 seed and back-to-back regular season champions. A loss, and you are dropped to the #2 seed and will have to work your way without home field advantage in the finals should you get there next week in Birmingham. Lots on the line today, Daryl, and the Wildcats trying to bounce back from not only their 7th conference loss of the season, but their first ever loss in a middle of a series this season.
Well, you know, Wildcats have had a great season. They broke the school record in wins. You know, we had some great wins in the Z1 competition. But I think this afternoon, all of that means nothing. Like you said before, we got to win this ball game right here to be the outright champions of the SWAC and for seeding next week. A lot of variables into next week. We'll talk about it later on with what's going to go down in Birmingham. But tonight, the Wildcats and the Grambling Tigers, one of the biggest games in HBCU history here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark, because the Cats looking for that title again.
The Wildcats before today's game honored 18, yes, 18 seniors before today's game, and a lot of them are in the starting lineup. Darrell Lee, Andre Martinez, Eric Almonte, Christopher Watson, Sergio Rivera, and the starting pitcher, Kenner Bocabello, are all seniors.
Yeah, Bocabello's a right-hander out of Tampa, Florida. He's played 3 seasons for the Cats. He was named All-SWAC first team in 2024. He's majoring in interdisciplinary studies. He's on the mound for the Cats.
Yeah, I did the public address announcements for all the
I'm
seniors.
I'm reading your notes, guys.
Yes, and I had to say interdisciplinary studies
All
about
day.
18
They're
times.
asking, what is that? I said, that's lunch, man. That's basket weaving.
Leading off the Grambling, the right fielder, number 1,
Here is Martavius Thomas, scored 2 of the 7 runs for Grambling last night as the Tigers won 7-2. The Wildcats jumped on Grambling in the first game of the series, 23-1 on Thursday night.
Now that wind just picked up.
Here's Bocabello's first pitch. It is a breaking ball strike inside corner. Time of first pitch, 5:18. The wind is blowing hard from right to left, but it is a hot day out there in the mid-90s here in Central Florida. Swing and a miss by Thomas. Overall, Thomas a .290 hitter, 26 runs on 29 hits, 6 doubles, a triple, 12 RBI.
You know, talking to Johnny before the game, he said all hands on deck this afternoon in the bullpen, so we can throw every arm we got. We have to.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 49 on the season for Boca, and hopefully Bocabello doesn't need the bullpen. But his last 3 outings have not been solid. We'll talk about that as we go
He
forward.
needs to start fast here this afternoon and try to keep the pitches down and try to keep the rhythm, keep him off balance.
And Bocabello, a 6 even ERA. He's 4-0, 13 appearances, all starts, 57 innings pitched as Trey Bridges stands in. First pitch, righty on lefty, is outside ball 1. He's allowed 46 runs on 73 hits, 38 earned, striking out 49 and walking 20. His batting average against is a lofty .317, Boca. Swing and a miss as it's a 1-1 count.
Splitter that time. That ball dipped right before it got to the plate.
Yeah. Bocabello's last 3 starts, all losses, not credited to him, but losses for the team. Gave up 7 runs, just 4 earned on 5 hits against Florida A&M.
Yeah.
As there's strike 2.
He's had some weird things happen his last 3 outings. He had some weird things happen on the field.
Then gave up 3 runs on 9 hits against UAPB, but of course he did not continue on the mound after the rain delay. And the Wildcats eventually lost that game 10-6. Bridges stays alive, tips it back. And then last time out against Alabama State, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits in a game the Wildcats lost 14-11. They've lost the last 4 final games of series by pretty wild scores, 13-15, 10-6, and 11-14.
There's been some weird things happening for the Cats, huh?
1-2. Bridges takes outside, 2-2. Bocabello, of course, didn't pitch down the stretch last year, took a comebacker off his wrist and broke his wrist in a series up in Arkansas last year. And was moved from the Friday night slot to the Sunday spot this season. Swing and a miss.
Oh, he looks good so far, man. That breaking ball that time got him swinging. 2 down.
2 straight Ks for Boca, and there's 2 away here in the first. A reversal pretty much of the first inning from last night, where it was single, double, single, double, 2 runs in the first 4 batters for Grambling State. They jumped out to 4 runs in the first 2 innings and never looked back as they won 7-2. The Wildcats never really got the bats going. First pitch upstairs to Aiden Lopez. Last night, the problem for the Wildcats was not that they weren't hitting the ball, it's just that they weren't hitting the ball well. It was a lot of flyouts, a lot of pop-ups. There were only 2 groundouts in the whole game.
Couldn't get the leadoff guy on either.
Now the leadoff man went 1 for 8.
Wow.
And the only time the leadoff man was aboard was in the 9th inning, and it was too little too late at that point for the Wildcats. Boca down 2-0 to Aiden Lopez, a .331 hitting junior. And Lopez fouls it away. 41 runs on 53 hits for Lopez, 6 doubles, 5 triples that leads the squad, a homer and 38 RBI. He's got the best on-base percentage on the squad, up at 467, Aiden Lopez. And that's a little soft blooper into left field down the line. Lopez is going to turn and stay at first, so there's a base hit with 2 outs for Lopez. And about as soft as you can hit it over Andre Martinez's head over at third.
The Grambling's had a couple of hits this series down the left field line that D. Lee has chased down. It's been friendly out there for him, the Texas leaguer. With 2 down now, here comes the number 4 guy.
Yeah, Cameron Hill is in the cleanup spot today for Grambling. Hill, a .298 hitter, 44 runs on 59 hits. He leads the team in hits. 7 doubles, 2 triples. He also leads the team in home runs with 10 and 53 RBI. Grambling had 2 home runs last night. Both solo shots, one for Chris Marcellus and one for Ryan Davis.
I think they settle in after Friday night's debacle for them. You know, they getting over here on the East Coast and the flight in. They look a little stagnant on Friday, but they played well last night.
Boca over-rotates on the fastball, 1-1. But even in the games where he struggled, Bocabello has gone deep. The fewest amount of pitches he's thrown this season was 32. That was just in 2/3 innings. The lowest amount of pitches he's thrown in a start this season was 55. Slow grounder towards short. The underhand is second, and that'll do it for Tigers in the first. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. The Wildcats will try to get the better of Peyton Allen. We'll tell you all about him next as we go to the bottom of the first here on the CatEye Radio Network. We go to the bottom of the first, no score here in Daytona Beach. A do-or-die day for Bethune-Cookman. A win gets them the SWAC title in the regular season. A loss will bump them down to the 2, potentially the 3. We'll tell you all about that as we go around the SWAC throughout the broadcast. Darrell Lee leads off. Tough night for Darrell last night, 0 for 5. The shift is on against him. First pitch is fouled straight back. The pitcher for Grambling State is on paper the best arm they've got left. Peyton Allen, a 6.87 ERA, 3-0. 17 appearances, 1 start for Peyton Allen. 2 saves as well, as he's mostly been used out of the bullpen. This is only his 2nd start of the year.
They got another arm that's at about 94, Johnny talked about it. If you might see him, if we can This guy here can't get the job done. They got one more arm down there.
38 innings pitched on the year for Allen, as I said, mostly in relief. Lee in the air left field. That is going to drop in and head towards the corner and skip off the wall. Darrell Lee is racing into second with a stand-up, well, he slid late, a leadoff double off the wall on a hop. And I'll tell you what, Darrell, there is a lot of energy in this building today. There's probably 1,000, 1,500 people in the building today.
One of the largest crowds we've had in last 2 seasons here on Senior Day, and that's what you want to see. You want to see you get off the snide right now with a double and get the crowd going and get the bats going. Here comes Andres.
Andre Martinez hit the only home run for the Wildcats yesterday. It was a typical Andre Martinez moonshot, but it was too little too late in the 7th inning with the Wildcats already down 6-1 at the time. He's got Lee on second, nobody out, first pitch. Swing and a foul straight back on the slider. Andre Martinez, 14 home runs on the year. He's creeping up to the 20
creeping up to the 20 mark.
Well, if he gets hot in the playoffs,
he may have a chance to get 20 by in the next week.
That is true.
He's hit over 50 the last 2 seasons.
It's a crazy stat. Certainly one of the better power bats in Bethune-Cookman baseball history. I mean, I put him up there with guys like Peter O'Brien. He's in a 1-1 count against Allen, and the sidearmer deals, slider, strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. Martinez's full numbers, 324 his average, 50 runs, 60 hits, 14 doubles, 14 homers, and 47 RBI.
You know, Andre's a pull hitter. He should you want to take that thing to right field, that slider, but he likes to pull the ball.
Yeah, the problem is that Allen's pitching him down and away, tougher to pull those, and a wasted fastball, 2-2. But really, there was a big hole between first and second if he could slap it through.
Yeah, he doesn't pull. That's why they're playing him that way.
They're paying him really shifted over with the third baseman playing behind the bag and the shortstop on the outfield grass. 2-2. Checks his swing as that one flutters outside, 3-2. One of the things that Andre Martinez has done later in the season, as he's been really disciplined about taking walks. He took 5 walks in a game on Friday.
That's a plus in his game.
3-2, got a piece of it.
He's chasing that slider.
Yeah. But on Saturday, or excuse me, on the first game of the series, he was up 6 times. He took 5 walks and hit a home run.
That line drive, 110 miles an hour off the bat.
I never did get an official StatCast line on that home run, but it probably was about 110 off the bat. Here's the full count delivery again. Fastball, ground ball, base hit. Darrell Lee backed up, so he's not going to be able to get home. Runners on the corners with nobody out for the Cats.
That's what you want to see, the Cats come out early with the bats. Runners at first and third, nobody out, and you got your meat part of your lineup coming up. You got one of the hottest hitters on the ball club coming to the plate.
Darrell Lee probably could have scored there if he took off at the crack of the bat, but he thought that was going to be hit right to the shortstop. He didn't see the shortstop fading over.
The shortstop was playing the hole behind him, so he did the right thing, being safe.
So here's Mikey Rodriguez, the ridiculous 4.06 average for Mikey Rodriguez. In my opinion, he's got to be the leader for SWAC Player of the Year for his pitch, strike 1, breaking ball. 49 runs, 58 hits, 11 doubles, 2 homers, and 37 RBI. He also has 36 walks to just 22 strikeouts, Michael Rodriguez. 0-1, fastball away. His on-base percentage is 56.1.
That means he's selective at the plate.
And he's just kind of come out of nowhere. Wasn't expected to start, wasn't expected to play much of a role on this team at all.
He's helped carry this ball club the last few weeks.
Due to an injury to Armani Newton, he got the right field job, and he has run away with it. And only a junior this year, so he could come back and do it again. Not one of the 18 seniors on this team. It's going to be a whole new look BCU baseball team next year.
Johnny was chirping about the new guys he got coming, though. He said he has one hit the ball better than Andres.
2-1. Oh, that was a wicked slider. I like Peyton's slider. He's got a lot of late break on it into lefties away from righties. It's 2-2 on Rodriguez.
You want to throw that when he's ahead in the count, too, because you make those guys chase that pitch.
Ash over there at third is playing in to try and prevent the squeeze bunt. 2-2,
Oh,
hit
hit
him.
him.
Hit him on the arm.
That loads him up, baby.
Bases loaded, nobody out in the first for the Cats. You were saying about the scouting report on Allen was he was a little wild, walks and hit by pitches.
Yeah, he's a little erratic. I got a scouting report on him about 2 hours before the ball game. He has a great slider. He's up around 89 miles an hour. He throws it on each corner, but he's a little erratic. He throws balls and he hits batters, so he's lost his rhythm right now.
This season, Allen has allowed 33 runs on 45 hits, walking 21 and striking out 31. He's allowed 4 doubles, 5 homers, thrown 6 hit by pitches, 3 wild pitches with a batting average against of 298. So definitely one of the better arms in the conference, especially as a reliever. But he has got a lot of work to do now, as that one is inside against Michael Lucena. Lucena had a great Thursday night. 3 for 3 before he got taken out of the game, 2 RBI doubles.
Kid out of Indian River Community College, I like him. I like him a lot.
And that first pitch was inside and almost hit him. He leaned back out of the way.
Got a timeout at second base.
Now looks like Martinez got to tie his shoes, make sure he doesn't trip and fall while trying to get around the bases. Lucena, 44 ribbies on the season, batting .339. And he watches one outside, another slider. 2-0, and he's already stretching going on in the Tiger bullpen.
Yeah.
They said they had one more guy that they would throw, that they were confident in if Allen didn't work out. Nobody out, bases loaded, bottom 1. The Wildcats got a strike here. Down low, 3-0.
We'll take a run any kind of way we can get it right now.
Exactly. And how did we get the big runs on Thursday, right?
Yep.
Walks, hit by pitches. It wasn't all done with the bat.
Then timely hitting.
The 3-0.
Oh!
Hit him. Well, it's an RBI for Lucena, albeit a painful RBI. He got hit right on the belt.
I think I'm gonna buy that kid a cold tub for the rest of this, for the end of the season for him to take home.
How many times has Lucena been hit this weekend? Let's see.
He's black and blue, I know.
1. Oh, so that was last night. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. That's his 4th hit by pitch of the weekend.
And then he sat at home plate a couple times in Alabama too, with some balls that were bounded. It hit the umpire and hit him. So he's taking his knocks. He's taking a lot of knocks this year.
Well, Darrell Lee walks in from third. Martinez goes to third. Rodriguez to second, and Michael Lucena with a hit by pitch has picked up an RBI. It's 1-0 Bethune-Cookman. Double, single, hit by pitch, and the Cats are on the board.
Thank you, Jade.
And still nobody out. You got to make this first inning hurt, right? You can't do strikeout, double play, and
yeah, we gotta get the meat off the bone. That's what you say here.
Here's one of the guys that can do it, Jose Fernandez, a .357 hitter, 33 runs on 55 hits.
Number 12 is warming up.
12 doubles, 11 homers. He's second on the team behind Martinez, 49 RBI. He leads second on the team, in RBI behind Judah Poyeto.
Hampton Phillips, right-hander, warming up for Grambling.
We've seen him already. We saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Still nobody out. The base is loaded, and
can't find the strike zone.
Hayden Allen is struggling right now.
We'll take it.
And the communication from Coach CatEye, the hitting coach, to the Wildcat hitters has to be just be as patient as you can. Make him throw it over the plate. Like that. Fastball right down the middle, 1-1.
He aimed that one.
Yeah. Because he knew that Fernandez wasn't going to swing at it.
Got 2 arms going in the bullpen now.
Yep. Can't tell who the lefty is.
Need a line drive right here somewhere.
Slider away. 2-1. Base is loaded. Nobody out. 1 already in the first. This is a big game for Grambling, too.
Yeah, their seeding is in jeopardy, too.
So I would expect Coach Pierre to make a move. It's not happening. That's a chopper towards the shortstop hole. The flip to second for 1. The turn to first will not be there. So it's a fielder's choice. Jose Fernandez will pick up an RBI.
2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2 RBI. 2
Michael Lucena out going from first to second, and Fernandez is aboard. And Michael Lucena did a little bit of the grunt work there, sliding into Martin at second. It wasn't the prettiest, but it got the job done.
It was a clean play. The umpire didn't call anything, interference, and Pierre didn't argue anything. So he just slid into second base. When you're on the turf, you're going to slide a little harder.
Yep. Here's Eric Almonte, the shortstop, one of the seniors, batting .305, 48 runs, 57 hits.
He's clutch. He's a clutch hitter, so I like to see him get one right here.
Third on the team in hits behind Michael Rodriguez and Andre Martinez. He's going to try and bunt, and it's a called strike.
He has a good bat when we got guys on base. He's clutch from the left side. He's a switch hitter.
14 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 42 RBI for
42 RBIs.
Eric Almonte. Yeah. But he does lead the team in walks, 41 on the season. Sorry, second on the team behind Darrell Lee. Lee's got 52 walks. Almonte's got 41. But he is in the hole now, 0-2.
And he's hobbling a little bit with a hurt knee, so a ground ball, he could easily be able to be doubled up.
He got hit in the knee by a pitch on Thursday, and I don't think he's been the same since. Behind 0-2 here. How big would a strikeout be for Allen? Runner goes, pitch outside, the throw back to third, and Michael Rodriguez is not buying the deception, so a stolen base for Fernandez.
Yeah, that kills the double play now. When it's at second and third with one down.
Yep.
And a base hit right here could score 2.
That's a crafty play by Marcellus behind the plate, right? If you know the double steal is on, like Johnny likes to do, try and catch a guy napping over at third. Jeter Poyeto got caught napping last night, got picked off at first, kill a Wildcat rally. Once again, it'll be a 1-2 to Almonte, and Allen steps off, makes sure everybody's where they need to be. I heard a couple of calls for balk.
Yeah, I was looking for it because that was weird. I think the play clock was down to 5 seconds.
Yeah,
pitch clock.
That was a lot of movement, but it was legal. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right to first and through the gap. Almonte's going to drive in 2. He slips coming around first. He's got to get back to the bag, and he hobbles back to first.
Now that injury now is really going to play a part. Here comes the trainer out.
Because the Wildcats are really thin at middle infield. The man behind him would be the freshman John Chicano.
I hate that.
But Eric Almonte does the job, spikes a ground ball first base side for 2 RBI. Rodriguez comes in, as does Fernandez, and it's 3-0 Bethune-Cookman.
I talked about earlier how clutch he is. Let's keep him healthy because he's a very integral part for what we're going to be doing.
Correction, 4-0 Bethune-Cookman. And still just 1 out. Here's Jeter Poyeto. First pitch fouled right at home base. No, that ball actually didn't hit the bat, and it gets away from the catcher. It looks like Almonte's going to be all right because he took off down there towards second.
He looked pretty good running down there. Another base hit. Let's see how he looks on it. If a base hit comes, he can score.
Not sure if we're going to give that a steal or a wild pitch. We'll give it a steal.
Give him a steal.
That's one right through the gap. Past the glove of Davis.
Hold him up.
Yep. He's going to be held up at third as Almonte is still hobbling. I would not be surprised if he gets taken out of the game just to try and save him for next week. Move Poyeto from second to short, put Chicano in at second. I mean, that's all you can do. Yeah. That's all you got. I mean, Jesus Venegas is hurt. Amani Newton's hurt. Those are your 2 other guys who could play there.
Here comes Chris.
The other thing you could do, right, is move Lucena from behind the plate because he can play middle infield as well. He's kind of a utility guy.
Yeah, then put in another catcher.
Put Georgie in catcher.
Well, you got it figured out there, Einstein.
I was going to say, I've watched this team now for 55 games.
55 ball games we've played, guys.
I should know something about him. Here's Chris Watson. Runners on the corner, still 1 down. The check over to first. Poyeto gets back. I think we'll see Jeter Poyeto take as short of a lead as possible because he got picked off last night.
I know it's in his mind.
Chris Watson, a .354 hitter. He's the other real breakout star for the Cats this season. First pitch down and away.
Yeah, the kid from Mississippi, he struggled, in the middle part of the season with the breaking pitch, but he's getting on top of it now.
Yep. And how valuable is it to have someone batting .354 in the 8th spot? 36 runs, 35 hits, 4 homers, 21 RBI. for Chris Watson.
Runner going.
Slow chopper. Allen off the mound. Throws
Safe.
to second,
Safe at
and
second.
everybody's going to be safe.
Somebody should have been yelling for that pitcher to go to one.
So if you're Peyton Allen, what's the theory there with Poyeto trying to get as large of a lead as possible, and he's one of the faster guys on the squad.
Yeah, the runner was going on the pitch. Somebody should have let the pitcher know to go to first base with that, because he had an easy out with Chris running to first base. Now the bases loaded out with one down, and we still have some meat in the lineup.
I don't think there's – this is going to be a real weird analogy, but I don't think there's any potatoes in this Wildcat lineup. It's all meat.
All meat.
Because here's Sergio Rivera, the 9-hole hitter.
Lamb chops this afternoon.
He's batting .252. Missed the middle part of the season with an injury, but he's back out now in center field. That's a ground ball to third. The step on second. The throw to first. He gets away! It's a bad throw to first. Lopez can't corral it. The Wildcats are going to score another run. Ash stepped on the third base bag to retire Almonte. Correction, Almonte came home. He retired Poyeto.
But we'll take him in account where we can get him.
The throw to first was bad, and Rivera is safe and gets all the way to second. So scoring is Almonte. Poyeto is out. Chris Watson goes all the way to third.
We batted around. Now here's D. Lee back at the plate.
The Wildcats have batted around in the first, and here's Darrell Lee. What did you say about leaving no doubt?
Leave no doubt. Let's do it.
5 runs on 7 hits in the first. Breaking ball, called a strike at the knees to Lee. Lee led off the inning with a double down the left field line.
And they're still playing him the same way. They're playing him up the middle to the right side. Big hole on the left side.
He almost got hit. Oh, called a strike. Wow. I don't agree with that one.
Me either.
Now Lee's now down 0-2. Lee in the air to right center field. Going back is Thomas. He looks up. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. It stays in the yard. That's going to score 2 runs. Watson comes in. Rivera behind him. D. Lee at third with a 2 RBI triple. And the Wildcats have 7 in the first. Listen to this crowd.
D. Lee has a triple and a double in the same inning. That ball hit off the top of the Hilton sign. An inch away from being a home run. It kept carrying and carrying it because the wind is blowing to left field. He held it up. 7-0 the Wildcats.
You heard the crowd. They thought that one was gone off the bat. The wind held it up. Oh my goodness. Watson scores. Rivera scores. 7-0 Wildcats.
All we need now is for Andres to get one in the jet stream.
Well, the wind's blowing right for him if he gets one in the air to left.
And these fans are ecstatic right now.
I'm going to say you're our good luck charm because we scored 23 runs when you were here on Thursday.
You think so?
And then we didn't do anything last night. Now you're here again, and we got 7 runs in the first. We need to take you to Birmingham with us.
Thank you, Michael.
First pitch, outside ball 1 to Andre Martinez. Earlier in this inning, he singled to left.
I told Johnny the other night, I got you 23, buddy. Let's do something tomorrow. I couldn't make it yesterday. But let's go Cats.
7 runs on 5 hits, and Martinez got hurt. That's the hit. That's the third hit by pitch of the inning.
Andres took a couple of sips toward the mound.
Yeah.
You don't want to do nothing like that to get suspended.
Especially with the most important games of the season coming up this week.
I think that we're going to see just about all from this young man. Here comes Davin out now. Devin Pierre, the coach for Grambling. I think we've seen enough. Cats with a 7 spot.
Well, how do you like that? 7 runs, 5 hits, and we're still going in the first. The 12th batter of the inning, Michael Rodriguez, is going to come up, and he's going to face the new Grambling State arm, which is Hampton Phillips. Did they leave Allen out there too long?
I think they did. I think he was trying to play percentages, with the pitches, knowing that they played well last night, saving that arm. But later in the game, too late now, you got 7 runs behind.
Well, the Wildcats on Thursday scored 5 in the first and 3 in the second before they chased the starter Guillory. They've put up 1 less than that in just the first. Oh, it's not going to be Phillips, my apologies. It's going to be Sean Monte. They put the lefty in.
So they're going to save that arm.
Yep.
We saw this kid yesterday.
No, we haven't seen Monte yet. We saw
seen-
Phillips yesterday.
We saw Phillips yesterday.
Yeah, we haven't seen Monte yet.
He's a left-hander.
Sean Monte, a junior from Oakland, California, started in the collegiate level at Los Menandos College out in the California Junior College League. He's 1-2 in 12 appearances this season, Monte. 7 starts, 27 and a third innings pitched. He's got an ERA of 10.21. He's allowed 33 runs on 31 hits, all earned. Walking 18 and striking out 16. He's allowed 7 doubles, a triple, 5 homers with a batting average against of 290, 6 wild pitches, 8 hit batters.
Yeah,
and you got to be patient
Yeah,
again.
you want to be patient at the plate, make him throw some strikes, and you still have runners in scoring position. So right now, you still want to be clever at the bat.
We got some chaos on the field. We've also got some chaos up here in the. We got some chaos up here in the booth. We got things falling over, chairs falling down.
Jade was doing a little dance, I think, and she hit it.
What did we say when we first got on the air? Leave no doubt.
Leave no doubt.
Well, the Wildcats are up 5-0 in the 7-0's already in the first. 7 runs on 5 hits, and the base they still got bases. Not bases loaded, but runners on the corners, with Mikey Rodriguez coming up as your best hitter.
Yeah, I know there are a number of Wildcat fans watching us on CatEye Network and SWAC TV. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in this afternoon for this crucial ball game.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody watching or listening if you're following on the CatEye Radio Network as well. We'll be on CatEye Radio the entire way through the tournament and on 1380 WELE local radio as well here, thanks to Larry Steele over there at the radio station for producing.
If I had 2 feet, I would make the trip, but I can't go hobbling to Alabama in the rain. Nope.
And you'll be there in spirit. Yeah,
I'll be there in spirit.
We'll talk about that later. Here's Mikey Rodriguez hit by a pitch his first time up.
You gonna send Chris?
And here's the first pitch from Monte, breaking ball inside, corner, strike 1. Monte has a completely different look. That was Peyton Allen was a righty side armor. Marte comes over the top with it from the left-hand side. And the 0-1 is in the dirt, skips away from the catcher. Here comes
Run number 8.
Darrell Lee. Run number 8. Wild pitch, run scores. How many wild pitches is that from Monte on the year? That is number 7.
Now, not getting ahead of ourselves, but I got a number of questions this week about the 10-run rule. You know, we scored 23 runs the other night, and it was like, what happened to the Mercy rule? That rule doesn't go into effect until the 7th inning.
Yeah.
So you can score as many runs. You can score 50 runs until the 7th inning. The Mercy rule doesn't take effect.
I mean, we've had some lopsided ones. I mean, I remember a 30-5 game. Yes, that's 3-0-5 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Down and away, ball 2 on Rodriguez. That was last year. But those 23 runs we scored 2 nights ago is a season best for the Wildcats. The most runs they scored in an inning last night was 10. We're 2 away from that right now. First pitch. In the dirt, it is 3-1. Marte just over-rotated with the fastball. Now up 3-1 in the count. Rodriguez should just glue that bat to his shoulder.
Yeah.
Unless he serves up an absolute meatball. Monte's 3-1.
Ball 4.
Ball 4. You're right. And he did exactly what I wanted him to do, which was keep that bat.
What they call it a strike?
Whoa!
Oh, no.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Don't scare me like that.
He was standing there like he was wanting to swing again. He finally tossed his
Well,
bat.
yeah, because he wants to improve on his 406 batting average. He'd rather hit than walk anyway.
Got a guy in scoring position with 2 down. Stepping to the plate for the Cats.
Well, it
Number
should
10.
be Michael Lucena.
Michael Lucena, the catcher. He's taking his
Well, yeah,
chin guards
he's
off.
the catcher, yeah. Lucena got hit by a pitch first time up with the bases loaded, picked up an RBI.
We'll be sending some ice to his house after the game.
To him and Michael Rodriguez and Andre Martinez, all have been hit by a pitch in this first inning. This is the first righty that Monte will see. And from the look of his stuff, his main pitch is that 12-6 curveball with some run in on the hands to righties. Looks like it plays better towards righties than lefties.
Yeah, he got a fastball at about 80, 82 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's batting practice speed.
And there's a lot of pitchers in this conference that are like that. They rely on the movement rather than the velocity.
And that's what you saw against us and University of Florida. We didn't throw the velocity at them and kept them off balance with the curveball.
But sometimes when we go to places and we see guys that are just junk ball, kind of off-speed movement type pitchers, we'll eat them up because that's all we're used to seeing in conference. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. I remember last year we played Stetson over there. We scored 8 runs in an inning off a guy that with like a 2 ERA. But that's all. That was his whole thing was he's topped out at 81, 82, and we see that every day in this conference. So we're used to it. A 2-1. In the air down the right field line, slicing foul into the bullpen. Here's 2-2.
Since we got a little time, how hot it is you think is out there for Grambling in black uniforms? How hot it is on that turf?
We saw them warming up in the blacks and thinking, man, it's 95 degrees out there, probably 110 on the turf.
110 on the turf, and they're all black.
Well, Sean Monte is trying desperately to finally get out of the inning. 8 runs for the Wildcats on 8 hits. Runners go, the 2-2. Down low, the throw to third. Safe. Well, Andre Martinez, an unlikely base stealer, but he got his toe in there. That was a very close play. Give a double steal to both Martinez and Mikey Rodriguez. So the Wildcats have stole 4 bases in this first inning. They lead the SWAC in steals over 130 on the year.
A base hit right here will bust this thing wide open.
3-2. Well, a walk as that one bounced on top of the plate, and the inning continues. Jose Fernandez now bats for the second time. Jose Fernandez is the 14th batter of the inning. Runners on, bases loaded now after that walk. Fernandez reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, came around to score. First pitch swinging. It's already 8-0, and the Wildcats have Martinez on third, Rodriguez on second, and Lucena on first. 0-1 after the foul ball, Monte deals outside.
We got a Wildcat fan in Jacksonville saying they want to drive down to the game. He said he's on his way. Bernard Hawk. I was calling saying, you got time.
We may only be in the 3rd inning by the time he gets here.
You got time to get here, Bernard.
Bernard is former BCU football player and great fan of the CatEye Network. And he's been on the CatEye Network a couple of times talking football. Popped up on the infield just in foul territory. And he drops! The throw back to third. And safe as the ball gets away. What is happening?
My goodness. We've seen it all here, guys.
Martinez comes in to score. Fernandez picks up an RBI on the slowest, maybe the lowest distance on an RBI all season by any Wildcat. That one went about 5 feet. The wind blew it back into fair territory, and Monte came down off the mound. Lopez, the first baseman, charged in, called him off, and overran it.
And then you had the guy dead at third base, and you overthrow the third baseman. Well,
Michael Rodriguez now to third, Lucena to second, Fernandez on first with an RBI single. And now here is Eric Almonte.
Batting from the right side this time.
Well, he's a switch hitter. He's done that all year. Popped him up, this time in foul territory. Headed towards the dugout, and it's going to be caught by the third baseman, Charles Ash. Well, that's finally the end of the inning. The Wildcats, 9 runs, 6 hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 free passes and an error And we go to the second inning. The Wildcats have put up a 9 spot here in the first on the CatEye Radio Network. We go to the second, and if you are tuning in thinking, well, how are you only in the second? The game was supposed to start at 5 o'clock, and it's already been an hour.
Well, the Cats sent, what, 14 men to the plate?
15, exactly.
15 to the plate.
I miscounted. 15 to the plate, 9 runs on 6 hits and an error in the first. Here is Hassani Johnson for Grambling State, the designated hitter, 1-1. Last night, Johnson 1 for 4, but did pick up a sac fly RBI and an RBI double, so 2 ribbies for Johnson. Big cut and miss. Bocabello has him in a 1-2 count, and his RBI double in the first inning, that put the Tigers on the board. It was a ripper on the fly to the wall, right under the number 42 out there in right field on the building. That time, a slow roller towards first. Fernandez will take it himself to the bag.
Unassisted.
That's the long legs of Jose Fernandez working there. He picked that ball up and stepped on the bag in one motion.
Now batting the third baseman, number 0, Charles Ash III.
Jose Fernandez, 6'3", needed every inch of it to get that out over there at first. That's the way the game is trending now, right?
Big first baseman.
Big first baseman, big catchers too.
We got a kid coming in next year, 6'5", first baseman. From Alabama.
And just looking around college baseball, even the pro ranks, right? You see so many guys that are 6'4", 6'5", even 6'6", just tall guys in the baseball game now. As it's 0-2 after that changeup in the middle of Charles Ash. So, what do you think the difference is, right? I mean, more tall guys are getting into baseball at a younger age? Is that what it is?
I think so, and I think the kids are even taller nowadays, too. The average height on the baseball team is 6'1", 6'2".
In the air, right field, long run for Michael Rodriguez. That is going to split him and head to the wall. It bounces off the top of the wall. That was a hanging slider on 0-2 from Boca. He must have missed his spot, probably tried to bury that in the dirt. And Charles Ash gets the second hit of the game for Grambling State, a double to the wall with 1 out.
The second baseman, number 7, Shannon.
And it may be 9-0, but this Grambling State team can hit the ball like nobody's business. I mean, they average in the top 50, on 55th in the country in runs per game, 7.71.
Right behind us at 8 point something.
Yeah. Well, in the SWAC, they're third in the conference behind us in Pine Bluff.
You don't want to lose your focus right here.
Yeah.
Got 1 down. Continue to work on your hitters.
The Wildcats, with their 23-run outburst on Thursday, have moved to an average of 8.74 runs per game. Fastball strike, 1-1 on Shannon Martin. Martin last night scored a run. Other than that, was 0 for 4. Got on with a hit by pitch. That one, no take on the breaking ball, 2-1. And coming into the year, I remember Coach Hernandez saying that the strength of this team was going to be the pitching, and it is.
Yeah.
But you're almost top 10 in the country in runs per game. 2-1. In the air, left field. Almonte can't get it. It's over his head. And again, Almonte hobbling out there. If he's 100%, he might get to
He would
that.
have made that play. He was 100%.
So Grambling State threatening here in the second.
The catcher, number 28, Chris Marcellus.
Runners on the corners, 1 down. Here's Chris Marcellus, had one of the 2 home runs last night. Only his 5th of the year. And Ryan Davis, who had the other home run, it was only his 3rd.
Yeah, those guys were jacked up last night. They played a great ball game.
But now down 9 here in the second. But they've got one of those offenses like the Wildcats do that believe that no game is out of reach. That breaking ball misses low, 1-0. Marcellus, the catcher, pops it up. Right over near first base. Fernandez is going to give it up. Poyeto makes the catch, 2 outs.
Yeah, Puerto called him off, which was great because he had a different angle at it.
Yep. And of course, the wind is
And the
blowing
wind is
so
shifting.
hard out towards left field that the wind took the ball back towards Poyeto, so he was in a better position to make the catch. And that's the great infield communication that you need, right? We saw the chaos in the infield in the first for the Tigers when they let that pop-up drop in. That should have been the 3rd out of the inning. The Wildcats got 3 more runs after that. Now with 2 away, here's the shortstop Ryan Davis. First pitch, curveball, strike 1.
Get him to ground it to short right here to end the inning.
And what's most important for Kenna Bocabello, right, is he keeps the ball down in the zone, doesn't lose guys with walks, let the defense do the job behind him. Line drive, right to Poyeto, who makes the catch.
Here we go.
That was the Jeter Poyeto inning. He makes 2 putouts. They got the 2nd and 3rd out in strand 2. As we go to the bottom of the second, the Wildcats up 9-0 here on the CatEye Radio Network. Well, we go to the bottom of the second. The Wildcats up 9-0. And a third pitcher already in the game for Grambling State. It's a pitcher that, if you listen to Thursday's broadcast, you'll remember. Hampton Phillips on Thursday went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 earned in the Wildcats' 23-1 win. Up and in, fastball, swing and a miss by Poyetto. He tried to kill that thing.
Jeter likes the high fastball. He wants to jag it over the fence.
And that's really one of the main weaknesses of his offensive game. He chases that high fastball. And really, the whole Wildcat hitting staff
love it.
Love that high fastball. That time over the plate, but only popped up down the first base line. Going back on it is Martin. He makes the catch over his head as the wind blew it behind him. 1 away in the inning for the Wildcats. You can't get complacent here if you're Bethune-Cookman. You got to keep piling on and piling on. You got to break the will like you did on Thursday.
The designated hitter, number 7, Christopher Watson.
Chris Watson bats for the second time today. Singled on the infield and scored. That was the pop-up that nobody could find. On the year, Phillips' numbers are as follows. First pitch upstairs. He's got an ERA of 7.34, 4-3, 24 appearances with 1 start, 41 2/3 innings pitched.
I'm going to start calling Kid the cardio guy. He takes a deep breath every time before he gets stepped in the box.
Breaking ball. That one got the edge of the zone on the outside corner, 1-1. Phillips has allowed 39 runs on 49 hits, 34 earned. He struck out 22, walked 24. Has allowed 11 doubles, 1 triple, 7 homers with a batting average against of .295, upstairs ball 2. He's hit 18 batters on the year.
That's a lot of batters.
Most on the team. And a 2-1 to Watson is down the middle.
That was his pitch right there.
That was. You can be a little bit too conservative there. Breaking ball in the air to right. Basically straight at Thomas. He'll make the catch. For out number 2. This inning looks a lot like pretty much every inning last night, with fly ball after pop-up after fly ball. 2 away in the inning. Here's Sergio Rivera. Hit the ball hard on the ground to third, but got aboard with an error as Charles Ash threw the ball away. Eventually came around to score. But a 1-2-3 inning here would give Grambling State some life. And you don't want to do that. First pitch to him. Breaking ball low.
You want to continue to take some pitches, make him throw some pitches at you.
Yep.
Good opportunity to find your pitch. Chris missed his pitch, that second strike. So keep the same approach.
Peyton Allen started, only went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 9 runs on 5 hits, all earned. Little floater over the glove of Ash. Backing up is Davis, but it won't have a play at first. So we've had Darrell Lee hit a triple that looked like it was going to be a home run with an exit velo of maybe 105. And that one might have been 20 miles an hour off the bat, but just, you call him a Texas leaguer. What's the story behind that?
Well, the Texas leaguer is more like the size of the field. You know, it's shorter field in Texas. When you're playing Little League, they call it Texas leaguer.
Runner goes, pitch in the dirt, no throw, stolen base for Sergio.
I've heard that dynamic since I was a kid playing Little League baseball.
Yep.
And my coach explained to me that it's a little bloop single over the field in Texas that was only, 125 to left field and a little blooper in there. That's a Texas leaguer.
Steal number 23 on the year for Sergio Rivera. He leads the team. Fastball, outside corner, strike 1, 1-1 on Lee.
You need a base hit right here for D. Lee. Get a run in.
Sergio Rivera second in the SWAC and steals behind Jacoby Radcliffe of Southern. The 1-1 is in there at the knees for a strike. Lee lays off on it. Didn't like that one down and away. Although with the field playing him pull side, if you get one like that down and away, you just try and poke it the other way. And hitting the ball the other way is kind of a lost start. Here's the 1-2 from Phillips. Runner goes, swinging a line drive. That bounces past the glove of Martin. Sergio Rivera was going on the pitch, so he'll trot home from second. And the Wildcats, with a little mini 2-out rally, have their 10th run.
That's what good teams do with 2 outs, man. They found a way to get a run. You got a little blue Texas League single. You steal second base, and then D. Lee drills one under the glove of the second baseman while the runner was going, and you get another run. You manufactured that one.
Yep. That was the perfectly executed hit and run right there. As Rivera, almost looked like he was trying to steal third. He was going on the pitch. And Lee knocked it into right field. Martinez is up at the plate. He'll watch Phillips turn and throw it to first. And how hard was that ball hit from Lee?
About 115 off of that. Skipped
off the turf and went through the shift. It was hit so hard. 1-2. Upstairs, Lee goes. The throw is in time, but bounces out of the glove of Martin. I don't think he ever really got the glove on it. Hit his knee. And another stolen base for the Cats.
You know, he hit a screamer to the wall the last time, so he's been getting good wood. I mean, good aluminum.
Darrell Lee, it's the second inning, by the way. He's a home run away from the cycle. He was a home run away from the cycle on Thursday. But he's a home run away from the cycle in the second inning.
Already?
Double, triple, single.
Wow.
2-2. High pop, right field. Going back on it is Thomas. He'll reach up, make the catch. That's the end of the inning. But the Wildcats with 2 outs get 2 straight singles, 2 steals, and knock a run in. It's 10-0 as we go to the top of the third here on the CatEye Radio Network. We go to the third. Wildcats scratch one across in the second. They increase their lead to 10-0. It's not like there hasn't been traffic on the base paths for Grambling State. 3 hits. They had a runner on third last inning, but a couple of nice plays by Jeter Poyeto over there at second kept the Tigers off the board. Here's Martavius Thomas, struck out his first time up. First pitch, fastball strike on the outside corner. 0-1. We already have our first of what I'm sure will be many changes today. As the head coach, Johnny Hernandez, and his staff will try and get all the seniors to play on their final game here at Jackie Robinson, the 0-1. In there for a strike, change up outside corner. Jorge Rodriguez is now playing first base in place of Jose Fernandez. Okay. And I wonder if Fernandez maybe hurt himself a little bit making that play over at first, the 3 unassisted. We had to stretch down and then stretch that leg over. Upstairs, no chase from Thomas. We talked about coming into the weekend, Darrell, that the weakness of this Grambling State side is their pitching. An 8.81 ERA as a team. Now, for comparison, and I thought this was very interesting, in terms of the SWAC, that's 8th in the SWAC. It's not even in the bottom.
Not even the bottom third.
Bottom third. 2-2. Ground ball right to Jeter. He'll make the play, 1 down. 3 straight putouts for Jeter Poyetto.
Jeter's looked good at second base. You know, he started the year at shortstop. You know, had some difficulties over there, but at second base, he's almost been flawless.
Yeah. Taking a look at the SEC, right? If you look at their pitching, the lowest team ERA in the conference is 5.56. That would be second in the SWAC behind Bethune-Cookman.
And what team is that?
That's Missouri, and they're not very good. They're 23 and 29.
Yeah, you got the better arms up in that area.
But just to kind of show you the relative level of pitching, you know, at the top level of college baseball, and then down where we are here in the SWAC. The Wildcats team ERA of 5.14 leads the conference. The 1-0.
Come on, don't lose in now.
2-0. Trey Bridges wearing 42. Appropriate ballpark for him to wear 42 in, of course.
Oh, yeah. Don't see many guys wearing 42 now.
No. Fouled away, 1-1.
They even have a 44, too.
They have a 42, a 43, and a 44 on Grambling State. The Wildcats do not have a 42, and they will never have a 42. It's retired here,
Yep.
like it is in all of professional baseball. The 1-1. I remember growing up, of course, I did in New York and New Jersey, watching Mariano Rivera wear number 42. Was the last guy in the majors to wear it.
He was something to see, too, on that mound, man.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball right to short. Almonte across. Low throw, but a great pick by Rodriguez. He taps his chest saying, I got you, buddy. You know, and there's 2 outs.
You talked about the other day, Rodriguez had the better glove. You know, better defensive first baseman.
I agree that Rodriguez is the better defensive first baseman than Jose, but Jose Fernandez got the better bat.
Yeah.
I'll give I'll give Jorge an exclamation point for that play. He deserves it. And again,
2 down.
The fact that Eric Almonte clearly not well, favoring that right ankle, and is still out there hobbling around at shortstop.
That ball was hit right at him. He just couldn't get the crow hop going, a little shuffle.
Yeah, and you can tell he doesn't want to put weight on his back foot when he throws.
Another strike.
Ooh, called a ball. 2-0 now on Aiden Lopez. Lopez, a little one of those you call Texas Leaguer singles in the first inning. A little blooper over the third baseman's head. Run out on a fielder's choice to end the inning. Here's a 2-0 from Boca. Breaking ball caught the corner, and it's 2-1. Boca, 43 pitches so far through 2 2/3. And looking for the 1-2-3 inning here. Didn't get the swing, 3-1. Now that's a good 2-2 type pitch, not 2-1. 2-1, you still want to attack the strike zone, trying to even up the count.
Yeah, he tried to nibble at the corner that time.
Now you gotta attack him here, 3-1. Oh, he got him on the outside corner. Lopez not happy about it.
Lopez looking at that, what?
I don't think either coach has really been happy with the officiating all weekend. We saw some hemming and hawing on Thursday from both sides. Full count. Here's the pitch. Challenged him and got him to pop it up to left field. That's going back towards the wall. Darrell Lee against the wind makes the catch.
And your shortstop hurt himself trying to get back in it.
So the wind is really blowing now.
Go out left field.
Out to left field. And that almost carried that one out of there. It looked like it was going to be a pop fly. 1, 2, 3 go the Grambling State Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third. Wildcats up 10-0 here on the CatEye Radio Network. Michael Rodriguez leads off the third for Bethune-Cookman. They lead the Grambling State Tigers 10-0. And in all the reveling we've done about the Wildcats' start to this game, you got to remember, you got to win to secure that #1 seed. And they have put their best foot forward here so far. Hampton Phillips still on the hill. Rodriguez wickedly fouls it off into the river.
No, to the stain. See it falling?
Oh, they get caught? Oh, yeah, I see it over there.
It's in the bleachers, just dribbling down by itself.
It got caught by the banner at the top. I thought that was headed for the river. How many baseballs do you think they'll find if they dredge that river?
Thousands.
I know they did it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they drained it. There's still thousands of them out there now.
Yeah. Well, if this result holds, the Wildcats would be the #1 seed going to the SWAC tournament on Wednesday outside 2-1. They would play at 6 p.m. against the 8 seed, which looks like it's going to be Jackson. That's a tough 8 seed. There's really no easy matches.
There's no easy matches in the SWAC.
There's been so much parity in the conference this year. The 2-1. That looks like one that should be in the wheelhouse of Mikey Rodriguez. And one thing to me that Mikey Rodriguez frustrates me a little bit with is he looks to walk too much. And yes, he does have a ton of walks on the year, 36. But sometimes you just got to swing the bat. He does that time, pokes it into right field for a base hit.
Well, you talked him up that time. He can hear you.
He got lucky. He got another one right down the middle. Didn't do too much with it, just poked it in right.
The catcher, number 10, Michael Messina.
And he understands his role so well, Michael Rodriguez. And his defense is coming along leaps and bounds. Made a ridiculous sliding catch last night to rob 2 runs from Grambling State. But he understands that he's not going to hit 1,000,000 home runs. That's not his game. Pop up, foul, out of play. This is Michael Lucena. But he understands that it's not his game to hit 1,000,000 home runs. If he gets a hold of one a couple times a year, fine. But his job is to get on base, and he does it better than anybody in the conference. 56.1 on base percentage. Lucena down 0-1. He's 0 for 0, a hit by pitch and a walk in 2 plate appearances for Lucena.
Look who just walked in from Jacksonville.
What did I say? I thought I'd get here in the 3rd. It's the 3rd inning. Here he is, Bernard Hawk. We got the whole Wildcat family out here today. That one just upstairs at the letters, 1-1 on Lucena. Probably 1,500, close to 2,000 in the building today, I guess. What a crowd out here to watch the Wildcats do their thing. A 1-1. Nice fastball. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch.
Right up the corner.
Lucena held off, or he could have poked that to right field.
Well, yeah, because they're playing him pole as well, with a big gap on the first base side. Lucena down in the count. 1-2. Runner goes. High pop. Shallow right. Michael Rodriguez got a retreat to first. Oh, Rodriguez was late getting back to first. Thomas made the catch. If Thomas was paying more attention,
he could have thrown him out at first.
He could have thrown him out at first.
He flipped it to the second baseman. Went down.
It's been a busy afternoon for Thomas out there in right. That's already his 4th putout. And he's also had a couple of balls hit out his way by Almonte and Rodriguez and Lee. Lee hit that triple out his way to the wall. Bounced off the top of the wall. We thought that was going to be a home run off of it.
So D. Lee could have had the cycle Thursday and today.
And today. One away in the inning. Jorge Rodriguez pops it up into foul territory. That's going to get out of play. Jorge Rodriguez battling for Jose Fernandez. Rodriguez, the senior, getting in on senior day. It's been a tough year for Jorge Rodriguez. I mean, last year he battled almost 400. Was the top bat in the order by average, led the team. Line drive left field. He got one grooved over the middle, and he just hammered it.
Well, here comes Mr. Gimpy. The shortstop.
Well, Eric Almonte, we were calling for him to be removed from the game, and he is hobbling to the plate, got a bunch of strapping on his right
Now
ankle.
batting the shortstop, number 29, Eric Almonte.
He singled and scored in the first, popped up to end that inning. He was the 15th and final batter of the 9-run first.
Back in the day, they had some stuff in a little tube that they would spray on you, freeze you up.
Well, they use that in soccer all the time. You got the magic spray.
Yeah, that magic spray will numb you down, buddy.
Tell Jade can tell you all about the magic spray, I'm sure.
On you, like Novocaine.
2 on, 1 out here in the third. Wildcats looking to add to their 10-0 lead. First pitch. Breaking ball strike low. Oh, breaking ball, sorry, low. I thought that would cut the corner. Did not. 1-0. This is Hampton Phillips in for the second time this series. The 1-0. He's not sure what Eric Almonte was doing. He
stepped out.
Backing out of the box before that pitch even got to the plate. It was called a strike, 1-1. Trenton Shaw, the lefty, is warming up for Grambling State out in the bullpen. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. With how wild this Grambling State Tiger pitching staff can be, I mean, Eric Almonte could get on base without.
I would bunt him. I would let him lay down one and sacrifice because he can't run.
I'm not a fan of a 1-out sacrifice.
Oh, you're right. It is 1 out.
If there were no outs, then 100% I'd bunt the guys to second and third. But there's 1 out.
It's
if
three,
you
it's
bunt
3-1 now.
You bunt him over to third, but then you take away the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, you're right. It's 1 out. I agree with that, Michael.
At least we agree on something.
It's 3. It's 3-1 right now.
Go back and listen to our football broadcast. We don't often agree on much. Here's a 3-1. Bat forward. I told you, he could just stand there like a cardboard cutout. And he's going to get to first base. This looks a lot more like Thursday's game with the walks and the hit by pitches.
Now you got the right guy, free swinging Jeter. Anything around the letters to the bill of the cap, he'd be hiking at it.
3 walks, 3 hit by pitches, so 6 free passes so far in the game for the Wildcats. Ground ball to third, stepping on third for 1, the throw across. This time Charles Ash makes the play, and that's the end of the inning. Nothing for the Wildcats on 2 hits and 2 left on. And we go to the 4th. Wildcats squander an opportunity to put more runs on the board there. As here it is 10-0 here on the Wildcat CatEye Radio Network. Cameron Hill leads off the 4th for the Grambling State Tigers. They trail the Wildcats 10-0 here. Final game of the regular season, senior day at the Jack. Wildcats needing a win to secure the #1 seed. First pitch, ground ball right back up the middle. There's a base hit. It's not like Grambling will go away. They're going to battle every at-bat.
Now batting, the designated
Got to continue
hitter,
to be smart with your pitches.
Johnson.
This is nothing to nothing. Just keep pitching the way you're supposed to be pitching it. Keeping your game plan. Double play depth right in the infield.
Yep.
First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Here's Asani Johnson, grounded out to first base unassisted his first time up. That was the nifty little play by Fernandez, where he stretched his toe back to touch the base.
Yeah. Probably injured himself too. Next pitch is outside for ball 2.
Let's take a look around the SWAC for the first time today. Most games finished because a bunch of games started at noon or 1.
Down low, ball 3. Digging a hole right here.
Yep. As the Wildcat bullpen starts to get going, some soft toss starting to go on out there. Florida A&M was down 4 in the 9th. They came back to win it in the 13th, 9-8 over Texas Southern. So now a win is super important because the Wildcats would slip to the 3 seed with a loss today. Bocabello trying to battle back in this AB. He's now worked it back to a full count.
Yeah, Florida A&M playing good ball right now.
Yep. Prairie View sweeps Mississippi Valley 14-4, that final score. Nice close to the season for Prairie View. They had a tough year out there. They finished 12-35. 3-2, ball 4. In the dirt, 2 on, nobody out, and Grambling for the first time tonight really threatening. First walk for Bocabello.
Now batting,
It's not really
number
something he
0,
struggled with this season,
the
just the
third baseman,
21st walk for
Charles
Tanner.
Ash III.
Going to call a timeout, talk to the batters and the
In
runners.
57 innings pitched.
They're probably going to lay one down right here.
Yeah, I would. No bounce, first and second. Sack bunt, move the runners to second and third, take away the double play. Put the sack fly in play. Jackson State beats Arkansas Pine Bluff. They take that series 2-1.
That lady.
Final score of 12-6. And then the game that we're all paying attention to, Southern 12, Alabama A&M 9 in the bottom of the 6th. The other way the Wildcats could clinch today is if Alabama A&M beats Southern. We thought we were going to clinch on Friday night when Alabama A&M almost beat Southern, and then Southern came back and walked them off. We were all here about an hour after the game thinking that we might win it, and then Southern sent us home dissatisfied.
Yeah.
Alabama State and Alcorn State playing the final game of their series. Alabama State leads 2-0. There's no live stats from up in Lorman, Mississippi, so we'll get you a final score if and when we have it.
Might see some small ball right here.
I'm expecting the bunt. This is Charles Ash III. First pitch, slider, strike 1. Single walk, first and second, nobody out here in the 4th, and a couple of runs would do Grambling a lot of good right here as they're down 10-0. Boca checks the runners and deals. The throw back to first, and way out is Hassani Johnson. He was going on the pitch, and Michael Lucena said, no, sir.
Where was he going? You got a guy on second base.
And the guy on second didn't move.
Lucena gunned him down about 3 feet.
Cameron Hill never stepped off the bag, and Hassani Johnson realized that he was in no man's land. And he got picked off, now 1 out. A 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, a little pop-up into center field. Sergio's got it. Hill's going to advance to third, but now there's 2 outs. That takes away the sack fly. How big was that pickoff?
Yeah,
My goodness.
that was huge because he's slowly working out of his jam. 2 down with a run on third base.
And great communication by Jorge Rodriguez down at first to let him know, hey, this guy's in no man's land. And
there's some new turf down there on the first base side, so it's a little slippery.
yeah. We saw Gito Poyeto got picked off last night. First pitch, inside corner on a breaking ball, strike one to Shannon Martin.
He's recovering well after getting into a jam.
Yep.
He's a hitter right here.
Martin singled left his first time up on a line drive. Stranded at first. Ground ball up the middle, that'll be a base hit, score a run. Jammed him up a little bit, but just put it where Almonte wasn't. Almonte's slow to get up over there at short. Every time I see him dive for a ball, makes me wince a little bit. So Grambling State's on the board. It is 10-1. Well, even when they scored 23 runs on Thursday, the Wildcats didn't shut the Tigers out. 2 singles, a walk, but some nice defense means it's not probably going to be, it hopefully won't be more than that.
We got to get this run back.
Here's Chris Marcellus, popped out on the infield his first time up. That was Gito Poyeto, came in just around the mound area to make that catch. A 1 low, 1-1. Standings coming into today for the SWAC look like this. Bethune-Cookman first at 22-7, Southern at 19-7, have played 3 fewer games. Fouled straight back off the inside of the bat, 1-2. But of course the SWAC goes by winning percentage and not pure record if teams have not played the same amount of games towards the end of the season. So if Southern wins and we lose, Southern would jump us. Boca trying to get out of the inning, the 1-2. High fly ball to right field. Catch made. That's the end of the inning. Mikey Rodriguez tracks it down. And just 1 is all Grambling gets. A run on 2 hits and 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Wildcats up 10-1 here on the CatEye Radio Network. Fourth pitcher of the game on the hill for Grambling State as we go to the 4th. Wildcats lead 10-1. Tigers got on the board for the first time in the top of the inning with a run on 2 hits.
This guy got a little pop. Fastball up around 92.
Yeah. Another tall guy, too. Trenton Shaw, 6'4".
Yeah.
The senior out of DeSoto, Texas, Grayson Community College transfer, now his 2nd season with the Tigers.
What are we waiting on? Oh.
Not sure what we're waiting on.
Closing the gate down there.
A gate, I think the wind blew the gate open down there by the clubhouse. That's a long run for Coach Hunter Allen from the first base coaching box. He had to all the way out to the foul pole. Now he's running back.
It's 323 down the right field line, so he ran at least 150 of them.
Get those sprints in, Coach. Allen is 0-3. Correction, this is Shaw. Trenton Shaw is 0-3, 17 appearances, 5 starts, 1 save, with an ERA of 11.22. 1-0. 2-0. Batter is Chris Watson. He's 1 for 2, a single, a run scored, and a flyout.
I'll make this guy throw a strike before I even swing the bat.
Yep. 25 2/3 innings pitched on the year for Shaw as the lefty deals the 2-0. Outside and up 3-0. He's allowed 37 runs on 23 hits, 32 earned, striking out 41 and walking 48, so high variance. Got some tricky stuff. Ball 4.
4 straight pitches for ball 4. That puts Chris down at first base.
Yep.
Watson.
Batting average against him, 237 for Shaw. He's hit 6 batters, thrown 11 wild pitches.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Sergio Rivera.
Got another guy warming up down in the bullpen.
Sergio Rivera, 1 for 1, reached on an error, scored 2 runs. He scored the 10th and final run for the Wildcats back in the 2nd inning, came home on an RBI single by Darrell Lee after stealing second base. First pitch to him. Gets away from the catcher. That was a breaking ball that didn't break at all. Got straight to the backstop over the head of Marcellus and a free base for Watson.
We got Nick Robinson now warming up for the the Tigers.
We saw him on Thursday.
We tagged him. Yes, we did.
First wild pitch credited for the Tigers today.
Opportunity here to get that run back with a guy at second base.
Nobody out. First pitch to Rivera. Called a strike, low and inside corner. That's the first strike he's thrown. Took him 7 pitches to throw a strike. 1-1 count now on Serge. You remember last year, Sergio Rivera and his partner in crime, Daniel Figueroa, was so crucial to the Wildcats' run down the stretch. The 1-1 pitch, fouled away, out of play, first base side, 1-2. And every time we got to 8-9 in the lineup with those two guys coming up back to back, we would just say, we're fine. They'll get on base. They'll keep it going.
Just like having leadoff hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Yep. And that's really what Chris Watson's given you this season, batting .354 out of the 8th spot. Rivera down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Shaw. Rivera stays alive. That was a fastball upstairs.
He's giving us a dose of fastballs now because that breaking ball wasn't finding the zone. So that fastball right now is what was working for him.
Yeah.
You can time it up real good. Get one in the alley.
But after seeing a bunch of slower pitches from Monte, Phillips, and Allen, the fastball is going to be a little bit tough to catch up on. 1-2. Watson leads off second. Breaking ball, just outside, 2-2. That's a tough take.
Yeah.
And again, there's a massive hole on the first base side with the second baseman, Martin, playing
right behind
coverage on the second baseman. Or playing coverage on the second base bag, I should say. So if you get one of those outside corner ones, just push it the other way. 2-2 pitch. Fastball low and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I see Coach Pierre's questioning the umpire right now about where that pitch was.
Here comes Pierre. He's going to go out to the mound and talk. He made the signal like he wanted a review, and we don't do that here. You got to wait till next week for that.
I think he's going out to the mound to force the umpire to come out there, say something
so
to the
he can
umpire.
talk him. Yeah. There's a lot of dark arts that goes on about pitcher, manager, umpire relations. That, of course, I've never been an umpire for baseball, but I've been a referee for soccer, and I've even done a little bit of youth basketball. And I kind of understand the dynamic, right, between official and coach and player, and it's something that you got to work on as an umpire. It's one of your most important strengths to work on, how you communicate and how you calm guys down when they don't agree with what your call is.
He's forcing the umpire to come out now.
Yep.
He's talking to his third baseman. And now he walks toward the umpire and he says a few words to him.
And the umpire's just going to turn away, walk him back to the dugout, and we'll keep going. And you don't get to be an umpire at this level unless you got thick skin, you got experience.
Couldn't be me.
No.
No.
I mean, I only ever got up, in soccer, I only ever got up to about high school. A couple of people asked me if
That's
I wanted to.
That's tough now, because high school, man, little league parents are tough now.
Well, that's really one of the reasons I stopped. Well, the main reason I stopped is this job got more busy. Started traveling all over the place and couldn't really commit the time to it. Payoff pitch after the timeout, swing and a miss. Would have been ball 4, but Rivera tried to push it the other way, and he strikes out for only the 25th time this year.
1 out now. Here comes D. Lee.
D. Lee, a homer shy of the cycle. We're in the 4th inning. Double, triple, single, 2 runs and an RBI. Sorry, 2 runs and 3 RBI.
But D. Lee and Andres get a chance to see the fastballs now.
Now that was a breaking ball up and in. Lee leans back out of the way, 1-0. It was a clear blue sky when we started this game about an hour and 20 minutes ago. But it's quickly gotten pretty overcast and cooled off a lot.
Thank God.
As a towering curveball misses low. That may be one of the best curves in terms of pure movement I've seen all season. But he missed the zone. 2-0 on Lee. Ash at third base has crept up, watching potential to bunt. Lee, got to be careful he doesn't get his head taken off.
3-0. Got some speed down at second base. Chris Watson
led off the inning with a 4-pitch walk. Went to second on a wild pitch, then Rivera struck out.
Take right here. Ball 4.
He does, and it's in the dirt.
Now here's a dangerous hitter to throw the fastball to right here. Andres Martinez.
Well, if Andre Martinez gets a fastball over the middle of the plate, with the wind blowing out to left field, that ball may never land. Peter Pan will find it somewhere.
Maybe Brown and Brown pick it up somewhere.
For those of you who don't know that Daytona Beach area, that's that skyscraper out about a half mile over the river. First pitch.
Did they call it a strike?
They called that a strike. Okay. Down and outside. It was a good pitch. First and second, 1 out. Martinez was looking for the moon, and he swings and misses.
That breaking ball that time.
Now watch, he'll come back with the fastball.
You got to get one of these runs back.
Yeah. We know Shaw's a high strikeout guy. He loves looking for the K. Won't get it that time as Martinez lays off. Interesting, they're playing Martinez up the middle and not really pull side. Martinez in the game. Single hit by pitch fly out. Runners go. Throw down to third.
He's
late. That pitch was a slow pitch.
Yeah. Get on the right pitch. Johnny called it right.
So the runners advance to second and third, and with 1 out, we're in a
get a fly ball here at least.
Yeah, we're in a sacrifice situation here for Martinez. He's got a 2-2 count.
I think Watson slid into the third baseman because he walked around limping. He got spiked. So
it's not a pleasant feeling.
It's a 2-2 count right here. Fly ball to score a run.
Let's see if Martinez can make contact. He doesn't offer at it, and it's a slider away, ball 3. The ever-dangerous Mikey Rodriguez is on deck.
We'd love to see his bat with the bases loaded.
The payoff pitch. Popped him up, but foul, straight back out of play. Where we are, the roof is right above our heads. And so every time a ball goes straight up like that, I never know where it is. You got to watch the fielders, got to figure out where it's going. Once again, the 3-2. Ground ball slowly hit towards second. Martinez not the quickest guy in the world. He'll be out at first, but he does get the run in. Chris Watson scores on the sacrifice.
Good as a sacrifice fly, sacrifice ground ball.
Darrell Lee goes to third, and it is 11-1.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 5, Michael Rodriguez.
Well, it won't look it won't feel good for Martinez with pass up a chance for multiple RBI, but it'll look like a deep fly ball in the box score tomorrow.
Well, it's the last game of the season. He picked up another RBI, so.
First pitch to Mikey Rodriguez, helmet high, ball 1. Andre Martinez, 47 RBI on the season, 3rd on the team behind Jeter Poyeto and Jose Fernandez. That's that towering breaking ball. This time it finds the zone.
That was a very important run because what that does now, that closes it down to 6 outs for Grambling now.
Yep. Got to get to the 7th inning up by 10 or more. That's another breaking ball. Missed the zone.
What's the count?
I'm not sure. The board doesn't have it.
2-1.
It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Andre Martinez, top 10 in the league in RBI, 8th currently. Darrell Lee leads the conference in that stat.
What?
Sorry, Jeter Poyeto.
Oh, Jeter.
Sorry.
I'm finna say. Darrell
Lee
Lee.
Lee leads the league in runs scored with 75.
My goodness. He had 30 RBIs as of the other night.
Leadoff hitter, yeah. RBI, Martinez 9th in the conference. Poyeto, as that one's inside 3-1. Actually, ball 4, my apologies.
That was up around 95, and he is hot, and that wasn't called a strike.
So runners on the corners. True down here is Lucena, who has to do the routine of taking off the catcher gear and trotting over to the plate. It's the 2nd time he's batted with 2 outs. He's been hit by a pitch, walked, and popped up to shallow right.
So you send the runner at first?
Well, it's Mikey Rodriguez, so yes, you're right. It's Rodriguez and Lee, so I might try to do some trickery here to try and manufacture a run.
Now the catcher's giving a signal whether he's going to throw it all the way through or not.
Yeah.
But I would send him halfway and hopefully D. Lee can score.
The shortstop will come in, cut it off, and go back to the plate. First pitch, slider upstairs, ball 1 on Lucena. And I remember when I was playing, we used to have a play to break the 1st and 3rd. The catcher would throw the ball back to the pitcher and then back home. Of course, there's a lot less speed at the high school level than here with Division I baseball.
That was a little league team in the World Series that was killing that play. Which one of the teams? The team from Texas was doing that. They won 3 games like that.
1-0.
Curveball.
In the dirt. 2-0.
He doesn't like the calls on the umpire.
No,
he's disgusted.
He wants that low bottom of the zone being called a strike with the breaking ball, and he's not getting it. 2 balls, no strikes on Lucena.
That was a strike.
That time he got it at the letters.
That was
fastball.
That was up around 95 there. That had some mustard on it. It's 2 balls and a strike. 2 down. It's 2 out.
Runners on the corners.
Scoreboard.
Runners go. Go down to 2nd, and they did the play to try and break it. Now Darrell Lee's in no man's land. And he's going to try and juke him, try and get back to 3rd, and he's in a rundown. The throw to the catcher, Lee's just going to give himself up, and that's the end of the inning. Well, they tried it, and it didn't work out. Nice job by Grambling State. 1 run, no hits, 3 walks at a sacrifice. The Wildcats go back into run rule range 11-1 as we go to the 6th here on the CatEye Radio Network. I was incorrect. I thought we were going to the 6th. We're only going to the 5th. Wishful thinking from us up here in the booth. The Wildcats lead 11-1 over
scoreboard
Grambling State.
Now batting. for the
New
Grambling
pitcher
Tigers,
for the
shortstop,
Wildcats,
number 6,
Anthony
Ryan
Anselmo,
Davis.
will stand in. How about the day from Tanner Bocabello? 63 pitches, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts. A nice senior day outing for Boca. He can feel happy about it. He's in line for the win. Would be his 5th of the season. And a long road back from Tanner Bocabello after breaking his wrist midway through last season. Was gutted that he couldn't finish the year and be more of a part of that championship team. First pitch from Anselmo, low and in. This is the 9-hole hitter Ryan Davis. Had a home run, 1 for 3, a homer, 2 runs scored last night.
One of those strikes right here. Get out of this inning.
Anselmo is, I would call him a typical SWAC pitcher, right? He's not going to top out at over maybe 85. He's got a lot of break. He's got 3 or 4 pitches that he can throw for strikes. Changeup, slider, curveball, fastball. Just misses on that change right there. 2-1. The senior from Spring Hill, Florida, transfer from Warner University, Anselmo. Last year had a 3.63 ERA at the NAIA level. Outside, called a strike, late call.
Wow.
And you heard the groan from the Grambling State dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Davis. He's 0 for 1, a soft line out right to Jeter Poyeto his first time up.
That's the pitch they've been wanting. Here's the 2-2.
Got him. Change up at the knees, strike 3. Ryan Davis was a mile ahead of it, and that's
the pitch you was talking about.
That's the tricky part about Anselmo, right? He's
batting,
got about a
number
10-mile-an-hour
1,
difference between the fastball and the
breaking
change.
ball. Okay.
So if you're expecting fastball and you're out ahead of it, you can look very silly. One away, back to the top of the order. Here is Martavius Thomas for the 3rd time today. First pitch in there at the knee, strike 1. Thomas 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to second. On the year, Anthony Anselmo, 2-1, a 3.82 ERA. 14 appearances, 1 save. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and a slider that almost hits the shoe tops, and it's 0-2. Anselmo ahead in the count, 0-1. That one bounced to the plate, slipped out of his hand. 33 innings pitched for Anselmo. He's got a 3.82 ERA. He's given up 17 runs on 35 hits. Just 14 earned. Striking out 23 and walking 16. He's allowed 7 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer with a batting average against him, 280. And the pitch, up and in.
Special shout out to Penelope, listening in San Diego, California.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's from your AD.
Thank you, Mr. Bright. We got listeners all over the world on the CatEye Radio Network. 2-2. That hit him. No. Bounced first is what you're going to say. Oh, no, now they're going to give him first base. That was a weird signal from the umpire. I thought he was motioning him back to the plate.
Now batting the center fielder, number
That's the one
42,
weakness in Anselmo's game is the hit by pitches. That's his 11th on the year. And a 1-out base runner for Grambling.
You don't want to see that when the runner's on like that.
No.
Now we need the ground ball DP now.
Best outing of the year by far for Anselmo was the 2nd game against South Florida. 6 1/3 innings, 97 pitches. Gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, but the Wildcats hung on to win that one 6-5 in one of the more memorable games of the season. One of the big scalps the Wildcats took this year. Beat South Florida twice, once here, once over in Tampa. And I think the 2nd South Florida win was really where this season turned into something that could potentially be pretty special. That one bounced to the plate. Trey Bridges is now the batter. Thomas stays put over at first.
I wonder how long Johnny's going to let him stay out.
Yeah,
Got another guy warming in the bullpen. See who that is.
1-0. Low on the breaking ball. 2-0. With how swing and miss dependent Anselmo is, he hasn't walked a ton of guys, just 16 on the year. But he's behind the count here.
Good pitch there.
That got the swing and miss there on 3-0. Now it's 3-1. I would expect all the senior pitchers to get an inning here, or at least some of them.
Rincones is down there in the bullpen.
Oh, he's not a senior. Of course, this game's still necessary for the Wildcats to win, so you want to throw your best arms. You get 4 days off after this. They next play on Wednesday. Round 1 of the SWAC tournament, and if all goes according to plan, you'll play at 6 p.m. against the 8th seed.
3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down. Runner at first base.
And 2-2.
Strike 3.
Got him! Strike 3. Backwards K for Ants. And one of the things that I love about Anthony Anselmo is how animated he is on the mound. He'll yell and scream and punch his chest. And
He'll say some 4-letter words, too. I heard him say some things coming to the dugout one time. He stays pumped up on the mound.
that was a beautiful pitch, right at the knees.
2 down now.
2 strikeouts for Anselmo. Here's Aiden Lopez, 1 for 2, a single to left and a fly out also to left for his pitch down and in. If we take the standings right now as read, the Wildcats would play Jackson State first round, and their side of the bracket would be Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State, Grambling State, and Jackson State. So we have the potential to see these guys again.
We're going to see them again.
You want to really stamp your authority here and say, when we see you guys again, it's going to be the same thing. But Anselmo down 2-0. Got a swing at a up and in curve. Michael Lucena was like, where's the ball? It's on the concourse, buddy. The bat went flying out of Aiden Lopez's hands and back to the backstop. I don't think I've ever seen a bat leave the hands and go straight backwards.
No, I didn't see that.
Lopez had to walk back over the Tortugas logo to get the bat. I think that's what confused Lucena, because he saw something fly back to the backstop. He thought it was the ball.
Needs a little pine tar there. 2 balls and a strike. Should be 2 strikes.
No, it's 2-1. Anselmo deals in the dirt, 3-1. So for the second straight AB, he's got a 3-ball count. Southern still leading Alabama A&M in the bottom of the 7th. That score is 12-9. 3-1 from Anselmo. Ball 4. Or maybe it is ball 4. I don't think anybody knew what the count was, including the umpire. And here comes Coach Hernandez. So
Hold up. Ball 4?
yeah, it was ball 4. So 2 strikeouts, a hit by pitch, and a walk, and that might be the end for Anselmo as Rincones looks set to come in. 2 on, 2 out. Wildcats want to stay in run roll range here and maybe add to it, but you got to keep the Tigers off the board. Looking at the potential conference tournament as it stands, it would be Southern and Texas Southern and Florida A&M Jackson State. So Jackson State would be on the other side. And then Alabama State, Grambling, and then Bethune-Cookman, Pine Bluff would be our side. So our side would be BCU, Pine Bluff, Grambling, and Bama State.
That's tough, man.
That's tough.
Because Pine Bluff, man, they scare me.
And Bama State, too.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough series, man. Okay, we got 2 on with 2 down.
And Selma going to stay in the game to face Cameron Hill, who scored the only Grambling State run. First pitch, right at the knee, strike 1. Hill reached on a fielder's choice in the first, singled up the middle in the 4th, ended up coming around to score on the Shannon Martin RBI single. Hill, one of the better bats on this team, leads the team in home runs with 10. Oh,
Swing and a miss.
my goodness.
That's that three.
That was
12-3 curveball.
that was the changeup. It's down to like 78, 77 miles an hour.
He swung twice before the ball got there.
0-2 count. Let's see what Anselmo does here. Got him. Exact same slider. Outside corner. 3 strikeouts for Anselmo as he works around the 2 free passes. He gets some high fives and some fist bumps going back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Wildcats up 11-1 on the CatEye Radio Network. It's a windy, overcast afternoon, evening here in Daytona Beach. It started off hot and sunny, and the Wildcats' bats started off just as blazing as the sunshine.
And that wind is picked up to left field.
As they put 10 runs across in the first 2 innings. They've since added 1. They lead 11-1, and Trenton Shaw is still on the hill.
Overthrows the fastball to
The backstop.
To the backstop.
Yep. Well, it's a wild one out in Baton Rouge. Southern 13, Alabama A&M 12 in the 8th. Other than that, Florida A&M beat Texas Southern 9-8. Jackson State beat Pine Bluff 12-6. Prairie View beat Valley 14-4. Don't have a score from Alcorn and Bama State, but I can only imagine Bama State is probably going to win that one. There's a strike. 2-2 now on Lucena. He was not happy that he laid off that one. He's trying to talk his way back out of it. In a SWAC regular season title race that is coming down to the final day. Inside.
Oh.
Didn't catch the strike zone. Lucena twists out of the way. I have loved watching Charles Ash over at third base all weekend. He plays with so much joy and so much flair. He put his arms up in the air like that was going to be strike 3. 3-2. Down the line and foul from Lucena. Hit off the top of the roof and rolls back onto the field.
Have you seen the balls hit the new building out there yet?
I saw one when I was at the Tortugas game last week that hit off the building. You really got to power it up to hit that one because it's a couple feet behind the wall and with the wind coming over the wall from the river.
Payoff pitch right here.
3-2. Lucena
Ball 4.
watches it go for ball 4. That's 4 walks already for Trenton Shaw in 5 batters faced.
Here comes Gimpy.
Eric Almonte.
Now batting the first
I'm going to tell him you said that.
number 33,
I asked him why he cut the afro too, man. He should have kept his afro.
Well, Almonte's on deck. Jorge Rodriguez is going to bat. Rodriguez in his second AB now, laced a single to left his first time up after Jose Fernandez got 2 at-bats.
Need to get a couple of more runs just to keep that 10-run rule in effect.
Double-barreled action going to the Cats bullpen now. 2 righties. First pitch, fastball away, strike 1. Looks like Rincones and Morales go into the pen for the Wildcats. And Jackson State also has got a lefty working out there.
I mean, Grambling.
Sorry, Grambling. Did I say Jackson? Oops. High fly ball, right center field. That one's going back. It is caught.
He caught it.
A sliding catch by Bridges as he runs into the wall, slides head first into the Hilton side. That is one of the catches of the season and probably robs a triple and an RBI away from Jorge Rodriguez. My goodness.
Great catch, great play center field.
Crazy catch.
By that ball going to right field, it was held up a little bit because the wind's blowing to left field. That ball was held up. He dove right into the Hilton sign.
That gets the rare double exclamation point in the scorebook. I don't give those out very often. That was unbelievable. I thought that was gone off the bat. But you're right, the wind held it up, and Trey Bridges made an absolutely astounding catch. First pitch, letter high sweeper, strike 1 to Eric Almonte. 1 away with Lucena on first. Man, oh man, I'm still not over that catch. Well, the ball got away from the Grambling State bullpen. Got to retrieve it, throw it back down there. Nick Robinson still warming up out there for Grambling. We've seen him before. We saw him on Thursday, the 0-1. Almonte jumps back. Almonte today has been on base twice, singled and scored in the first, picked up an RBI, and popped out also in the first. Was the last batter of the first inning, and then walked in the third. So we're now here in the bottom of the 5th. Wildcats lead 11-1. Shaw steps off, throws to first. In that 13-12 game in Baton Rouge, Southern scored 8 runs in the second.
And Alabama A&M is coming.
And coming back. The 1-1. Line drive, base hit right field.
No!
Almonte with a little opposite field poke.
He dropped his glasses. I thought he had missed the ball. I saw something white down there. He dropped his glasses.
So his hat came off,
Yep.
the glasses, which were on top of his head, also came off. That's the right fielder, Martavius Thomas. And I feel so bad for Eric Almonte watching him hobble down the first. You're really telling me there's nobody else you trust from a maybe 30% Eric Almonte.
They're going to bring him out.
They're going to pinch run for him. I think he's finally saying, he tipped his cap to the bullpen, to the dugout and said, listen, I can't do it. Here's Chicano.
Got to give him a hand for that.
But with one bum leg, he's 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored.
That's a gutsy performance there by Gimpy. You can tell him I said it.
Well, now we hope he's okay going into next week.
Got to be okay for next week.
Because Chicano, who's behind him, is just a freshman with not a lot of playing experience. You don't want to throw him out at the tournament. We saw that bite Florida A&M last year in the finals. They had their all-SWAC shortstop get hurt in the semifinals. They had to throw a freshman out there at short in the finals, and in the 9th inning, he threw a ball away that would have been the final out. And the next man up was Andre Martinez, and we all know what happened next. 0-1, the batter is Jeter Poyeto, who first pitch swinging grounded into a double play last time up. He's 1 for 3. Singleton was caught in a fielder's choice in the first and popped up on the infield and grounded into a double play. It's been a rough weekend for Jeter.
He can make up for it right here.
1-1. Fastball outside to the righty, 2-1. Last night, Poyeto 1 for 4 and got picked off at first to really curtail a Wildcat rally. Then went 1 for 4 with a walk on Thursday, and he popped up again. This time it's in foul territory, headed towards the wall, and the wind blows it right back to the catcher. Marcellus makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Poyeto looks back in awe, like, how did that stay in the yard?
What do you call it, out of play?
I think they called him out, and Coach Hernandez wants clarification. He thought it was out of play and blew back in. I don't think you can say that that was out of play. It never touched anything.
Right.
It just, the wind blew it back into the field after it was over the roof of the stands. And all the umpires are going to get together to talk about it. I don't think there's any way this gets overturned. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to bcuathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's bcuathletics.com and click on shop. Well, this is the final regular season game of not just the baseball season, but the entire
school year
athletic calendar in 25-26. And what a great year it's been.
It's been an absolutely great year. Started out with volleyball, and then we went into football season. We had a great football season this year. And then the basketball team, hey, they won the SWAC. They called them out. They won the SWAC regular season championship. Then softball and women's basketball and baseball. Now, it'll be volleyball season in a minute. The coach down there right now, looking at Miss Brittany. So 2 down now, and Chris Watson will step in.
Here's Chris Watson, 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored. He had that pop-up on the infield that ended up dropping about 5 feet in front of home plate.
Need a line drive right here to get that run on second base.
Yep. 2 outs. Lucena on second. J.C. Chicano pinch running after Eric Almonte took himself out of the game. He was hurt after getting a single. Fastball at the knees, 1-1 now on Watson. Really, after that 9-run first, the Wildcats haven't done all that much.
2 runs.
2 runs on 4 hits since the first. Of course, when you score 9 runs in the first, you can afford to be a little picky. And of course, the defense has played well behind the pitching of Tanner Bocabello, and Anthony Anselmo was brilliant, got 3 strikeouts in the last inning.
We're going to go to the bullpen now. And we know our bullpen has been kind of leaky. We don't want to give up any runs.
And the 3rd games of series is where the Wildcats have struggled, and they've gotten big leads and given them up the last 3 weeks. That one upstairs, 2-2 on Watson. Against Florida A&M, lost 15-13 when you were leading in the 8th. Led 6-0 against UAPB, lost that one 10-6. 2-2. Inside the sweeper, 3-2. And then last week you were up in the 8th against Alabama State, ended up losing 14-11. So nothing is guaranteed here in SWAC baseball. 3-2 payoff pitch. Runners go, ball 4. Well, Trenton Shaw has been very wild. That's his 6th walk in an inning and 2/3. But he has not, well, he's only allowed 1 hit. That was the single by Almonte.
He hasn't given up a run either.
You know, he gave up 1 last inning.
Just 1.
Yeah, that was the walk to Watson and then the sacrifice by Martinez to bring him in. Sergio Rivera, bases loaded, 2 down, a chance to do some damage. First pitch upstairs. Rivera been on base twice, an error and a single, little floater over the 3rd baseman's head, scored 2 runs and struck out. Was the only strikeout victim for Trenton Shaw so far. He was 2nd batter he faced back in the 4th inning. Fastball, strike outside corner. That's his best pitch, that fastball. It's got a little bit of late run. arm side in towards righties, away from lefties. Wildcats have left 6 on base. Don't want to make it 9 right here. 1-1 upstairs. 2-1.
2-1.
With Nick Robinson still warming up in the Grambling bullpen. He's been there for 2 full innings now. I would expect to see him next inning. Sidearm lefty. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Rivera watches it just away and high.
Yeah. We can use a walk right here to get that run in.
3
that
balls, 1
insurance
strike.
run.
I was sure that was going to be a strike, but it's 3-1.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Anything we can get right here for insurance.
Lucena on third. Chicano pinch running on second. Watson on first. 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. RBI for Surge. Lucena walks in from third. Chicano goes to third. Watson on to second, and with an RBI walk, excuse me, is Sergio Rivera. And here's Darrell Lane. Homer side of the cycle still.
Comes Davin Pierre out.
And that'll be the last action for Trenton Shaw. Didn't allow but 1 hit, but he walked 6 and gave up 2 runs, both earned. The wind really picking up, threatening to blow my note sheet off the table. A nice catch there.
That was a no-look catch. I wasn't even looking.
So we'll have a pitching change as Nick Robinson comes in. It'll be the 5th pitcher already for Grambling State. Peyton Allen started the game, just went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 9 runs on 5 hits, faced 11 batters. No strikeouts, no walks. Then Monte just pitched 1/3 of an inning, gave up nothing on a hit, but walked 2. Phillips slowed it down a little bit, around 1 run on 4 hits, pitched 2 innings, walked 1. And then Shaw just threw 54 pitches, the most of anybody for Grambling State today. An inning and 2/3 for him. His problem was the 6 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 runs, 1 hit. And for the second time this weekend, we will see the junior from Ruston, Louisiana, Nick Robinson. He's a career Grambling State Tiger. On Thursday, went 2/3 of an inning in that 23-1 Wildcat win. Didn't give up anything. Only faced 2 batters on 6 pitches and got out of a half of an inning. So we haven't really seen him this weekend.
We've seen enough of Grambling. We have to face them next week.
Nick Robinson's ERA on the year is 8.40. 17 appearances, no starts. He's 1-0. Just 15 innings pitched in 17 appearances. He's allowed 17 runs on 20 hits, striking out 8 and walking 16. So he got another wild pitcher who walks more than he strikes out.
He threw 2 innings down in that bullpen.
Yeah. He's allowed 3 doubles, no triples, 2 homers with a batting average against of .323. He's hit 6 batters and thrown 3 wild pitches on the year. He stands ramrod straight before he delivers. And almost no bend in the knees at all, which is very odd. As the Wildcats have plated 1 here in the 5th, they lead it 12-1. But with the bases loaded, I'm sure they want more, especially with D. Lee coming up.
Well, a grand slam would be nice, and you hit for the cycle.
Let's leave the wishful thinking.
You know, I could call it. I call it.
I mean, you have called several things today, and you've been the good luck charm, Darrell. I mean, the Wildcats have looked good when you've been here, and then yesterday you weren't here. We didn't look that good, all that good.
Thank you, Michael.
Here's Darrell Lee, 2 outs, bases loaded. Chicano on third, Watson on second, Rivera on first. And the new pitcher is Nick Robinson, lefty on lefty. First pitch is a slider, inside corner, strike 1. Again, they're playing Darrell Lee pull heavy. The second baseman, Martin, is
On the grass.
2 feet on the outfield turf. Although it didn't matter back in the second when he scorched a single
But Lee can
right,
go to left field. He
yeah,
got power to left.
Well, yeah, and he hit a double to left field his first time up. So he's hit a double to left, a ground ball single to right, and then a fly ball that hit off the wall on the fly that was a triple back in the second. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Lopez. He steps on the bag, and that's the end of the inning. Darrell Lee last night ended 3 innings and stranded 8 by himself. And he strands 3 there, but the Wildcats do pick up another one. They're just getting 1 an inning, trying to inch away from Grambling. They lead 12-1, going to the 6th. 6 outs away from a victory here on Senior Day on the CatEye Radio Network. To the 6th we go. The Wildcats with a 12-1 lead over Grambling State. 6 outs away from potential run rule. Anthony Anselmo goes 1 inning, gets 3 strikeouts, and hands over to Brian Rincones. He'll be looking to bounce back after a rough Sunday against Alabama State. Gave up 3 runs on no hits. Just could not find the strike zone against Alabama State last week.
Just found it there.
Just a third of an inning. His ERA balloons from 450 to 771 over his last 2 appearances. Because 2 weeks ago against UAPB, he allowed 4 runs on 4 hits in 2 innings.
That wind is really whipping out of left field.
Yeah.
That flag is count every strike, every star.
On the year, Rincones with a 7.71 ERA, the Aruban pitcher. 2-2, 12 appearances, 16 1/3 innings. Nods and fires. Breaking ball fouled away, 1-2. He's given up 15 runs on 20 hits, 14 earned, striking out 17, walking 10. He's allowed 4 doubles, no other extra base hits, but his batting average against is a lofty .328. Doesn't miss a ton of bats.
He's ahead right now, though, in the count, 1-2. Let's see what he does with this pitch.
Hassani Johnson leads off for the Tigers, takes a fastball up and out without a chase, 2-2. Johnson 0 for 1, grounded out to first base unassisted, then walked in the 4th.
Yeah, we got a new shortstop out there now.
Yeah, J.C. Chicano is out there, as Eric Almonte with an injury is in the dugout. Breaking ball outside. Full count. So Jeter Poyeto has gone over to short. And J.C. Chicano has gone to second base. 3-2 payoff pitch. Lost it. Another walk
Here we go.
for Brian Rincones. And the bullpen
Now batting the third
has
baseman,
been the
number
weakness
0,
of this team,
Charles
especially on
Fox
Sundays.
Victoria.
Absolutely.
Or third games of series, I should say.
That's been the Achilles heel of this team. I've been getting a lot of calls and texts about the bullpen, and just got to fight through it.
One on, nobody out. Breaking ball inside, ball one to Charles Ash. And I would expect the hook to be very quick from Coach Hernandez if Rincones can't knuckle down and find the strike zone. Pablo Torres going now, as well as Justin Morales, a 1-0. High fly ball left field. That one could leave the yard because of the wind. Darrell Lee's going back, and he makes the catch right at the wall. That just shows you how strong that wind is blowing. That was a little pop-up, and it went all the way back to the wall. On a normal day, that probably barely leaves the infield.
Now batting the second baseman,
Great play
number
by
6,
D. Lee to stay
Shannon
with it, you know. Where the wind's blowing, he kept carrying and carrying over to the warning track.
And left field is really the toughest position to play in this ballpark because of the wind that blows out there often. You really got to put your speediest guy out there in left.
Get a ground ball DP, get out of here.
First pitch,
Get it
fastball up and into Shannon Martin. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles, one to the third base side, one up the middle. He has the only RBI of the game. Back in the 4th inning, scoring Cameron Hill.
Johnny checking down there in the bullpen.
1-0. Breaking ball low and in, 2-0. Brian Rincones, one of the 3 Arubans on this team.
3?
Yeah, him, Justin Morales, and Harborsting Abreu, who pitched last night. 2-0. That one misses upstairs, 3-0. They all room together, too. They got an apartment.
You like the same food, I know.
They've all played together as the 3-0 pitch. Ball to strike on the inside corner, 3-1. But they all played together growing up in the Dutch national team system. Of course, Aruba, a Dutch protectorate, so all their players grew up playing for the Netherlands in European championships and the like. Of course, Justin Morales played at the World Baseball Classic earlier this year. That's a nice pitch from Rincones, swinging a miss,
Battling
strike
back,
2.
dude. Come on, don't lose him here.
Yeah. He walked to Sonny Johnson on a 3-2 count to lead off the inning. And Ash flied out. Here's Martin now with a 3-2 count. And the payoff. Ground ball right to Jeter. The flip to second. The turn to first, double play. Chicano and Jeter Poyeto turn the double play. How about that? The freshman into the game because of an injury to Eric Almonte. The ball came right at him, and he makes the play.
I bet his heart's in his throat.
Nothing on no hits and nobody left after the double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats looking for more insurance here on the CatEye Radio Network. Wildcats 3 outs away from a run rule, but we'll look to tack on some insurance first as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up 12-1. Wildcats left no doubt early, 9 in the first, and have just chipped away since then, 1 in each inning, with the exception of the third. Nick Robinson still on the hill for Grambling State. He came in and got 1 out at the back end of the 5th inning after Trenton Shaw walked 6 guys in 2 innings. Potentially the last at-bat at Jackie Robinson Ballpark for the senior Andre Martinez here, who is one of the greatest power hitters to ever come through here. I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, he is.
Tied the single-season record last year, over 50 home runs over 3 college seasons. He's been unbelievable.
He's been absolutely fantastic. I'd like to see him go one more time, trot around those bases.
And then hopefully a couple more times next week in Birmingham. He's ahead of the count 2-0 on Robinson, the pitch. Ground ball right to short on 2 hops. Davis, the bouncer across, and a nice play by Lopez to keep his foot on the bag. 1 out. Andre Martinez scored 2 runs, single hit by pitch, fly out, RBI, and then ground out.
Got a pinch hitter?
We got Ruben Zueni batting now. Hit his 3rd career home run on Thursday night in a pinch hit.
That long homer over the lights in the scoreboard.
Yep.
His family got the cameras out. I talked to him after the game. They said, we're going to edit all 3 of them.
I saw somebody posted it on Instagram, his home run, with our call on it. First pitch, low ball, 1 to Ruben. He's a freshman with a ton of power and a ton of potential. I was talking to his dad yesterday, and just said what a great job he's done this year. Of course, freshman in a senior-heavy roster, limited appearances, but every time he's been in the field or at the plate, he's really stood out to me as someone who could be a cornerstone of this team going forward for the next couple of years.
He's a true baseball player, you know, for a young kid to come in to a team like this and really play well. And he's heady out there, too. He's into the game.
He will go to right field to replace Mikey Rodriguez. He puts one in the air left center field. That is going to be caught. Didn't get under it enough. Off the bat, that looked a lot better than it ended up being. Excuse my exuberance.
That's okay. You're just practicing for next week, man.
Little soft line drive out towards left center. Hill puts it away, 2 outs.
Jacob Estrada.
Yeah, Estrada's going to bat for
number 22.
Lucena. Estrada's family's in the house. You can hear him.
Mm-hmm. Giving him a little hoop.
Estrada was 0 for 2 in 2 pinch hit appearances on Thursday. Swing and a miss. Struck out, popped out. Wildcats will be 3 outs away as we go to the 7th. They would need to prevent Grambling from scoring 2 runs to keep the game going. As they lead this one 12-1, the 0-1. Popped him up. Foul territory just inside the mound. It's backing up, and everybody collides, and somehow Robinson hangs onto the baseball.
First baseman's hurt.
Whoa, baby. The first baseman, Lopez, went down in a heap inside the mound. How about the wherewithal from Robinson to hang onto the ball after he leaned back to catch it? 1-2-3 KO the Cats for the first time in the game. We're going to go to the 7th. Wildcats 3 outs away from a run rule win here on the CatEye Radio Network. We go to the 7th. The Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman up 12-1 as the sun peeks through the clouds and a beautiful pastel sky beyond the left field wall will hopefully greet the Wildcats' second straight SWAC regular season title. 3 outs away. They need to prevent Grambling State from scoring 2 runs. If the Tigers get at least 2, we will play on into the bottom of the 7th. Justin Morales is going to look to close things out for the Wildcats. The other Aruban, World Baseball Classic star with Team Netherlands this year. Fastball away, ball 1. Although the last 5 appearances for Morales have been in losses, he was not the pitcher of record for any of them, and in fact pitched well in most of them. Ground ball just foul outside of third. Heads up Pablo Torres in the bullpen. That went right between his legs. It was hit so hard, the protector and the bullpen catcher both missed it. The protector out there is Andres Barroso, who pitched last night. Chris Marcellus leads off for Grambling State, the 0-1. Towering curveball, chop foul. I think that 12-6 curve by Morales is the single best pitch on this pitching staff, and I don't think it's particularly close, especially after he can run 95 to 98 on the fastball and then chop that 78-mile-an-hour curve.
Yeah, I think you want to change the eye level right here, even the speed, because he's fouled that pitch off twice.
And a 1-2 count now against Marcellus, who's 0 for 2.
Curveball in the dirt.
Fastball upstairs got the foul. Marcellus a pop-up and a fly-out today. Who's ever run on the scoreboard upstairs doesn't understand that there's a ball and 2 strikes. It's not 0-2, it's 1-2. Morales still looking to get Marcellus here, the pitch. There's that curveball away, 2-2. Chris Marcellus hit his 5th home run of the season last night. A towering fly ball over the left field wall. That was just over the corner. Breaking ball, got him. Strike 3 and a beauty. Frozen. I told you that curveball is the best pitch of anybody on the staff.
You're right.
You can throw it for strikes, he can mix it up with the fastball, and he can bury it in the dirt when he needs to.
He's buckled him at the knees. What he's going to do? He's going to take him out? Yeah, we're going to take him out.
And we're going to bring Pablo Torres in for his last appearance as a Wildcat. And fair play to Coach Hernandez. Morales is just going to see 1 batter. He's not a senior this year, just a junior, so he couldn't be back. And you think he's good now. Give Coach Sanchez an off season with him. So 1 batter faced for Morales. It was a strikeout, and now in for his final Wildcat appearance. Pretty much Mr. Wildcat. If Irvin Escobar was Mr. Wildcat the last 4 years, Pablo is right behind him. 2-time SWAC Reliever of the Year, SWAC Relief Pitcher of the Year, all SWAC first team, all SWAC by perfect game. Number 30 relief pitcher in all of college baseball. Then he got hurt. Needed Tommy John surgery, missed most of the 2024 season, came back in 2025, was not as sharp. But this year he's turned it around and been excellent. The walk's a little bit high, but a 4.99 ERA, no, sorry, 3.13 ERA, 18 appearances, he's 2-2, 4 saves, 26 strikeouts, 15 walks. He's allowed 11 runs on 21 hits, just 8 earned, striking out 26 and walking 15. And what a swan song for the Orlando native and one of the guys on this team who I feel quite sure is going to be playing pro ball next year somewhere.
Pablo Torres, a right-hander out of Orlando. During his 4th season with the Wildcats, he was named All-SWAC First Team twice. Won the SWAC Relief Pitcher of the Year in 2024. Majoring in
Interdisciplinary studies.
Basket weaving.
Again, I had to say that. I had to say that 18 times earlier today
Yeah.
when I read out all the senior
A lot
day.
of guys major in ID.
Not IT.
IT.
ID.
ID.
Pablo Torres 2 outs away
I was
from
doing
locking up the Wildcats.
I was doing my podcast one time, and I had a football player on, and I asked him what was his major. He said ID. I was like, ID? He told me I can't even say that word again.
Yeah.
Interdisciplinary.
It's the academic, it's the athletic major.
Yeah.
And pretty much every athlete does that, at least here at BCU. But Pablo Torres, what a tremendous servant to this program. Anytime you get someone 4 years at an institution and 4 dominant years at an institution like Torres has done.
Don't see it much now.
You don't see it much these days. He's another guy who can run the fastball up in the high 90s. It's a bunt by Ryan Davis. Foul ball, 0-1. Him and Morales can both run that fastball 95 to 98. He tops that out at. Torres is pretty much only a fastball cutter type pitcher. Doesn't really have the off-speed stuff that Morales does. The 0-1. Swing, and you see that
Nice fastball.
high 90s fastball up and in. So tough for any hitter to get a piece of. I remember he pitched and got the save in the win against USF earlier this year. There you go. Strikeout, Ryan Davis goes down. And he got 3 swinging strikes to end the game, 93, 95, 96 against USF earlier this year. 1 out away, the Wildcats are. The leadoff man, Martavius Thomas, is the potential last batter for Grambling State. He's 0 for 2. Struck out, grounded out to second, was hit by a pitch. Pablo Torres trying to lock this one up. First pitch, righty on left, outside. That's the one hole that really Pablo has left to round out in his games. He can be a little bit wild. He can waste some pitches that aren't really close to the zone. But when he's attacking the corners and running that high 90s fastball up and in on you, he's very tough to hit. Fly ball center field. Sergio Rivera stands under it. And for the second time in 2 years, the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman reign supreme. Back-to-back SWAC regular season titles for the Maroon and Gold.
Wow, that's all I can say. Took to the last day of the season, the last game of the season, and the last out, the Cats, back-to-back SWAC regular season champions by percentage points over Southern University.
You're right about that. It was by percentage over Southern, as Southern defeated Alabama A&M 15-13, but the Wildcats, what a regular season. A program record, 37-18, 23-7 in the SWAC, and will go to Birmingham as the #1 seed.
Here comes the bucket. Here comes the buckets of water.
Coach Hernandez is going to get a Gatorade bath. Here we go. They got him. It took a couple of tries. It was Lucena and Michael Benedict that dumped it on him, but they got him.
And the T-shirts are out.
The T-shirts are out for back-to-back years, and there's a different feeling, Daryl, between doing it again in front of 20 people down in Sanford last year than in front of 1,500 loyal fans here at the Jack, all decked out in maroon and gold. What a crowd this week. All weekend the crowds have been great, but today was unbelievable. The Wildcats put up 9 in the first inning and never looked back. The pitching was great. Tanner Bocabello, what a performance. Anthony Anselmo, 3 strikeouts. And we saw the Wildcat swan song for Pablo Torres as well.
I'm just hoping they got a couple left over and bring up here.
Well, Daryl, you're going to have to stay with me because it's going to be a long time.
I'm not even going anywhere. I'm going to have a ride home. I'm going to call me an Uber.
But we're going to have to wait
Yeah,
quite
we'll
a
wait.
while
We'll
until
wait.
Coach Hernandez gets up here for
I
his
got
postgame
nowhere to
interview.
go, nothing to do.
Final line score for this one. Bethune-Cookman, 12 runs on 11 hits, 9 in the first. They committed no errors for the second time in 3 games this series. They
Clean
committed
baseball.
no errors. Clean baseball. And they left 9 on base. For Grambling State, 1 run on 5 hits. They only got 1 runner to third the whole game. And that was the man that scored back in the 4th. They committed 1 error and left 6 on base. Grambling State will probably go in as the 6 or 7 seed, depending on how seedings fall. They finish 21-30 and 18-12 in the SWAC. That's how close the conference was this year. 18 wins, and you're going to be the 6th seed.
Wow.
So the bracket pretty much finalized. It'll be Bethune-Cookman the 1, Southern University will take the 2 seed, Florida A&M the 3, Bama State 4, Grambling State 5, Texas Southern 6, Jackson State 7, and UAPB 8. So the Wildcats will play UAPB first game of the tournament. That's going to be tough.
My goodness, that's the team that I don't want to see.
And we're going to have to see their all SWAC pitcher that first game of the season as well. But there's going to be no easy outs in the tournament. Everybody who got there deserves to be there. The parity is so wide in the SWAC this year. Coming into the weekend, the difference between 2nd and 8th was 4 games. Crazy. We're going to have to deal with Kenny Fabian on that Wednesday at 6 p.m.
That's okay. I think our bats are really going right about now. If we can get our bats going and we can jump on him early and get into that bullpen, like Arkansas Pine Bluff is a team that gave us fits, gave most of the teams fits,
And it's crazy. And again, it's crazy that they're the 8th seed, right?
Yeah.
Because they're one of the teams that I think could go on a run and win the thing. And with the way the SWAC tournament is set up, you may have to beat them 3 times because it's that nested double elimination where you only play the teams on your side of the bracket.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
oh, my God.
it's double elimination with only your 4 teams on your side of the bracket. So for the Wildcats case, that'll be Bethune-Cookman,
and then the
UAPB,
winner of the other
Grambling
side.
State, and Alabama State. So you have a potential to play UAPB 3 times if they climb their way out of the losers bracket. Which I remember 2 years ago in Atlanta, we played Jackson State 3 times and ended up losing that 3rd game. They knocked us out. But there's a lot of cheering and celebrating down on the field. The SWAC champion regular season shirts are out. And I can't think of a more deserving group, right, Daryl?
Absolutely. A team that comes in. Let's do some paperwork on this team. They beat a LSU SEC team. They beat another SEC team,
in
the Florida Gators.
Who's probably going to be a top 10 national seed in the
You
tournament.
beat another great American Conference team with South Florida twice.
Beat UNF.
UNF. You take University of Miami to the 8th inning, winning that ball game down in Coral Gables.
Yep.
Then you win 38 games. That's the most wins by a Wildcat baseball team in history. And you win back-to-back SWAC titles regular season. You got to give your props.
And we said throughout the broadcast, right, 18 seniors, and I'm going to go through them because they all deserve special mention. And a team that is this senior-laden, it's almost the opposite of the softball team, right, who only had 1 senior this year and 17 freshmen. But Pablo Torres, Chris Watson, Frank Perez, Jesus Venegas, Armani Newton, Edwin Sanchez, Sergio Rivera, Logan Wirt, Eric Almonte, Jorge Rodriguez, Andre Martinez, J.C. Zambrano, Gabriel Moore, Julian Garcia, Anthony Anselmo, Dawson Turner, and Tanner Bocabello and Darrell Lee. All 18 seniors, they get to say they get to go out back-to-back champions in the regular season. And I think, I was asked this on a podcast last year after we won the title, Is it more impressive to win the tournament or win the regular season? I think it's the regular season title, even though it doesn't get you into the NCAA tournament, is the more impressive feat because you have to be consistent over a 4-month span, over 55 games, than just 5 games next week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things go because we also looked at a forecast of the weather that's going to be in Birmingham. If we get some wet weather, that's going to delay some games. You only got one ballpark, and it's a
grass and dirt
grass field. And if you get some very, very bad weather, 80% on Thursday, it could delay some stuff, man. And we could be playing ball in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, SWAC regular season champions. So basketball's done it, SWAC
Baseball.
regular season title. Baseball's done it, SWAC regular season title. Softball's done it.
Track team almost did it, too.
Track team almost did it, too. But if we're talking about the whole calendar year, right, you got to talk about cross country, SWAC title.
And you had the football team, they were only, a game out at the end of the season.
And that interception, right, I remember back to Jackson State when we were battling all those wasps up there on the roof.
Oh, my goodness.
That interception right at the end. If we beat Jackson State, we go to the title game.
Absolutely.
So
Those
football,
wasps.
football back in a big way, but you win the Florida Classic in dramatic fashion, right? I mean, every year
we've had a great
every
call.
year you got to look back and take in what the year has brought you, and it's been a tremendous year here in Daytona Beach from top to bottom, every program.
I think it starts up top with Dr. Mosley coming in, all in, rise. The school really rose up. You know, the biggest freshman class in the history of Bethune-Cookman University. Then you got another class coming in August that's going to be bigger than that class. And you see the school elevate. You see the people excited. You see Moore's Gymnasium rocking the basketball game.
You see 1,500 people out here at a baseball game.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been unbelievable, and what a team to close out the year. And it's not over yet. Of course, we've still got next week, and we've hopefully regionals beyond that.
Right.
But you have to understand that this was a program that was down for so long. Everybody was down for so long. I remember when I first started working here, we didn't have a baseball team really. We had 4 guys throwing soft toss in a field over COVID, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And what Coach Hernandez has done in the 7 years to take this team to back-to-back regular season titles and on the verge of back-to-back national tournament appearances is remarkable.
You know, I talked to Johnny, and I don't really want to bring it up, but he brought it up today. He was talking about the alumni did a tailgate the other night, and they were all asking, "Are you leaving here? You know, you beat a LSU team and you beat a University of Florida team." He goes, "I'm not going anywhere." He says, I got things I still have left to do here at BCU. So Johnny said he's hanging around.
Well, I know he wants to get his son through high school. His son Jake, his daughter already graduated high school last year. He almost missed the first game of the regional in Tallahassee last year because he was at his daughter's high school graduation. But I know he wants to get Jake through high school in a stable environment, right? Not moving around a whole ton. But I think we'll put the future questions off for now.
Right.
And just enjoy this as Coach Hernandez makes his way up the stairs.
His son plays at Spruce Creek. They lost their coach.
Yes, I know. It was very tragic. Their assistant coach passed away this week. He was a young kid, too.
Here comes Johnny now.
Yep. Johnny Hernandez is going to come up and talk to us here and on the Wildcat postgame show. The SWAC regular season champion, Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And Coach Hernandez, we got to keep meeting like this.
Yeah,
with you wearing the shirt, drenched in Gatorade, and SWAC regular season champions for the 2nd straight year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a credit and a byproduct, too, with the work of the student athletes, the assistant coaches that, again, we are so, and I'm so fortunate to work alongside. These guys do a lot. Coach Cartaya, Coach Allen, Coach Vasquez, Coach Sanchez. I mean, they all do a lot. And also the support, right, of the administration. Coach Diaz, Scott Summers, and George Bright, to be able to buy into the vision of what we want for our baseball program. And it doesn't happen without you guys here in the CatEye Network telling our story. So I appreciate everything.
Corey, you jumped out on top early today, 10 runs in the first 2 innings and kind of left no doubt. Was that the message to the team before we started this afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we wanted to get off on a really good start today, and I think that first inning pretty much has told the story of our entire year, that the offense can get going at any point of the game. So, again, kudos to the guys staying locked in. After a big win on Thursday with 23 runs that we exploded on, and then we got held in check a little bit yesterday. But just the mindset and just the work that these guys had and the focus to be able to put us in a situation to be up early, it speaks volumes of what this team can accomplish.
18 seniors were honored before today's game. I don't think I've ever seen a college team with 18 seniors on it. And how does that help mentality-wise, but rebounding from losses, trying to stay loose? The guys have so much experience.
I think it speaks to the culture of our program here at Bethune. I think it also speaks to the authentic relationships that each one of us as coaches have with our players, because in the landscape that we live in right now currently, I mean, it could have been easy. Those guys would have left, but they decided and they chose to pretty much run it back one more time. So it's really unrealistic to have 18 guys graduate from a baseball team, let alone any athletic team, because of the NIL, the transfer portal. But again, these guys all bought into the vision and the culture that we have, and just the authentic relationships that we have with our players is second to none. And I think that that's also a byproduct of how the experience that we have going into next week. These guys have all been in the SWAC tournament. They've played in front of 10,000 people. They've won big games. They just continue to rewrite the history books here at Bethune-Cookman. And again, I'm just so fortunate enough to lead this great group of young men.
There was a special moment in the 7th inning where you handed the ball to Pablo Torres for the final time of the regular season. He's one of the rare guys that's been with you his entire college career. What did that moment mean to you?
It meant the world to me, right? A guy that's kind of see it through, right? The guy that, came in out of high school and you see him develop and grow on and off the field. I joke with him because, during senior day, I told him, man, a lot different when you were 17 years old and you first stepped foot here on campus. Now you're a 21, 22-year-old dude graduating with your degree. But again, there's been a lot of ups and downs with Pablo, but he stayed the course, right? He believed in our vision and what we wanted to accomplish, had an opportunity to go pitch for Team USA for 2 years. I mean, a guy that, if it wasn't for the injury, would probably be, a guy that would have been drafted 2 years ago, and he's bounced back extremely well, handled all the adversity. And again, it's just special because he's been a part of our program for the last 4 years, and for him to close out a regular season title for us in the fashion that we played the entire year just comes full circle.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Go be with your team. We'll see you next week.
You got it. Hail Wildcats.
Once again, the Wildcats win the SWAC regular season title 12-1 over Grambling State. I'll get Daryl back here just for one final time to close things out.
Okay.
Daryl, what a year, and it continues. Final thoughts on both today and all season for this BCU baseball team.
I mentioned it earlier. BCU is rising. It starts at the top. Mosley comes in, gives everybody confidence in the athletic department. Reggie Theus and Mr. Bright doing a great job with the kids and the program, and it flows all the way through athletics. You got a new women's basketball coach coming in, Coach Amici, and she comes in from George Mason, a former Wildcat herself. And I just think that this program and this school is on the rise. I think you see BCU finally catching up with the SWAC. I think when we first got into the SWAC, we were a little bit behind, a little bit out of step. Now you see football, basketball, baseball, and track. All the teams now catching up, and we're respected right now in the SWAC.
Once again, the Wildcats win 12-1. We thank you for your patronage, not just today, not just this weekend, but all season
year.
And all year long, whether you've caught one game or 10. Whether you're just a baseball fan or you followed us from the first volleyball broadcast all the way to now, I think somewhere in the vicinity of 110 broadcasts so far and counting this season for us here on the CatEye Network. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Next time you and I get together, we'll be at UCF.
Whether you're here in Daytona Beach or cheering the Wildcats on from afar, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern, as the Cats begin their SWAC tournament.